All right, guys, we are back for another kind of late night. It's not super late. It's a little after 10 o'clock on the East Coast for another stream before UFC 280. We are going to literally beat UFC 280 to death. We are going to talk about it all week long. I'm streaming tomorrow, so I wasn't really going to jump on here tonight. We did yesterday, we did Sunday, we're doing tomorrow. But was talking to you guys in the Discord, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna jump on some more. I mean, I can't get enough of talking about UFC 280 anyway, and that's what we're majority going to talk about. Appreciate you guys watching the main event prediction, which you guys have watched. I mean, I basically have more watches on that, almost more views on that than I do subscribers. So appreciate you guys for that. And every prediction video has done pretty well. So figure jump on here. I feel like nobody can get it. Everybody can't get enough of discussing UFC 280. Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev, TJ Dillashaw, Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, Petr Yan, all the great prelims, and whatever else. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to the news. I haven't paid attention to nothing today. I've been so like focused on getting my predictions out. Who knows what else I missed. I was going to make a video about John Jones, Stipe Miocic tonight, but I really didn't even feel like doing that. I figured I'd rather do a stream, honestly. So, yeah, I'm looking at MMA fighting. There's really nothing. There's nothing new. Just praying to the MMA gods everything stays together. I'm praying to the MMA gods this fight card stays together. But thank you guys for joining me. I'll be doing the weekly live chat tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to join me tomorrow. Do me a favor and like this stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Last night we had like 100. I think at one point we had close to 120 people in the stream, which is very good for the channel size. So appreciate you guys for that. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, go subscribe. We've gained like I think about 100 subscribers overnight. Basically, we were at 5,471. I mean, we picked up quite a bit last night after I released the main event prediction. So we're doing well. We're cruising to 6,000. Next thing you know, we're going to be at 7,000. I don't know. But appreciate you guys for joining me. As always, happy you guys want to come talk some MMA. What's up, Singar? What's up beside you? What's up, Homework? What's up, Paul? What's up, Into Thin Air? What's up, Nev Garvey? What's up, Sinister? Paul says Joey's putting in an hour. Smash the like button. Yeah, guys. I hate saying it, but just like the stream. It takes 1 second to like it, and it helps the channel. Joey, did you hear Paul Felder is replacing Rogan for 280? Basically, yes. I saw, Joe Rogan doesn't do the international cards, so I saw Rogan was not Rogan, but I saw Felder was commentating. Honestly, Paul Felder's probably one of the best UFC commentators. I don't like Rogan too much anymore. His commentary is extremely biased. DC is incredibly annoying. Bisping is god-awful. I like Felder. I like Anik. And I enjoy Cruz some as well. So... what's up, French fries? What's up, White Magic? Thanks for a random stream. You're welcome. Low key 283 might be a trash card on paper. We'll see. What's going to be the main event? That's what I want to know. Night Owls. Yeah, besides you, Rogan stays away from Abu Dhabi. Miocic suddenly back in the pound for pound, although 18 months, no activity. Yeah, very suspicious. We were talking about that in the Discord today. Very, very suspicious. That leads me to believe one thing. I'm here. Let the show can begin. My man is just full of himself. Full of himself. Oh my God. SM governor ads in South Dakota. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. Should I trim my beard? Should I trim my beard in order to get more complete? I mean, I don't know. That's up to you. I used to like once a month. Well, now like once every 2 months, I used to shave my beard completely off. Just get rid of it completely. But now it's like weird because it's like my trademark a little bit. You know, I can't shave my beard and then do a video. You guys aren't going to recognize me. I'm going to look like a weirdo. And now it's been like, next thing you know, a year and a half has gone by. And I've had this beard for a year and a half. So I used to just cut it off. Now I just try to trim it up and keep it looking all right. I definitely I'll say I got pound for pound best beard on MMA YouTube. I know that for sure. I mean, you can't find someone with a better beard on MMA YouTube. If there is, let me know. I'll go look at their channel. Kind of feel like O'Malley is delusional if he really thinks he'll school Yan, no serious injuries. Yeah, I think he is, but you have to be delusional. Kind of, okay, Bisbang over Felder. Ew, you should be thrown in jail for thinking that. Agree on all these takes on commentators. Yeah, I like hate all the commentators now. Yeah, I got Yan breaking O'Malley in round 3. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Yan comes out and just starches him in the first, like super aggressive and just starches him and Yan's too much. But I have him for a round 3 as well. Rogan compensates for being short by overly brash these days. Maybe so. Joey is the Paul Bunyan of MMA. Okay, I shaved my beard like 3 days ago. Good on you. Thoughts on O'Malley's ground game? We haven't really seen it. We have not really seen his ground game. He talks a big game, and he says he's great on the ground. He says he's got great submissions. But what else are they going to say, you know? What else are they going to say? I think Beneil Dariush has potential to be the lightweight GOAT and first double champ for lightweight to welterweight. Absolutely not. I think UFC needs to give someone like Michael Chiesa or Smith a shot at commentating. I actually like Michael Chiesa as an analyst. Smith is pretty good as well, so I wouldn't mind them getting a chance. I hate DC, honestly. I hate DC these days. I hate Rogan these days. I used to hate Dan Hardy as well. So I just hate everyone. And there's always one guy, I swear, there's the same guy for the last year. Why do you hate the commentator so much? Is there anybody you do like? No, there's not. Give me 5, 6, 7 years ago, Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg. Give me a throwback. Let's go stream every night this week. I don't know about that, but maybe. At this point, maybe. Do you see O'Malley dropping Yan? I think it's very unlikely, but it's possible. Sean O'Malley could drop Yan, but I think it's unlikely. What's up, Joey? What's your take on UFC banning athletes from betting on fights, story or non-story? I mean, how are they going to enforce it? That's my thoughts. How are they going to enforce it? But, I mean, I don't know. They're independent contractors, and now the UFC is trying to impose more rules on them. So I don't like it from that perspective, but is it a big story? Not really to me. Joey, what if Yan exposes O'Malley on the ground game? He may very well. He may very well come out, snatch up. You know, O'Malley might throw like a spinning wheel kick. Yan ducks under it and grabs the back and just ragdolls him to the ground. Because I think Yan can out-grapple Sean O'Malley with relative ease. Gamrot by decision, Yan by decision, Sterling by sub, Makhachev by TKO. Fair enough. Fair enough. DC should just go to WWE. I can't stand DC. I'll never forget he ruined when Rose knocked out Joanna Jędrzejczyk for the title, and he just screamed Thug Rose over and over and over and over. And he thinks it's cool. And he thinks it was, oh yeah, just add it to the moment. No. DC's commentary about to be so biased this week. Maybe, I don't know. I think he's going to try his best not to be biased. So we're going to see. It's going to be a weird dynamic for DC. Who's the other English dude? John Gooden. He's annoying too. Talk about a UK homer. Yeah, for sure. But he's not. I mean, we very see him. I hate that only Izzy's getting hate when none of his opponents are doing anything like in the Jared Cannonier fight. Yeah, it's on both of them for sure. Do you listen to JRE podcasts? No, I do not. Cruz and Felder, only good commentators. I like them. Would you rather see Colby Hamzat at 282 or Jones Stipe? Colby Hamzat is what I would prefer to see. Josh Thompson and Big John are some pretty good ones, lol. I think what a lot of people are forgetting that is if Yan gets clipped, he's going to grapple immediately. I mentioned that in my prediction video. If you watched it, you know. But, yeah, I mean, even if O'Malley's the much superior striker, O'Malley's getting ragdolled. I mean, Yan, somebody's gonna look at me like I'm an idiot, but Yan's a better wrestler, takedown artist, whatever you want to call it, than Aljamain Sterling. He has better takedowns than Aljamain Sterling. But casuals like Joe and DC, they can relate to him. I understand why you hate DC and Rogan. They play too much and over-exaggerate action in the fight. That said, I find them entertaining. That said, Felder is super underrated. I don't know how you find them entertaining. Half the time, they're not even talking about the fight itself. But sure. Dominic Cruz says Cormier does no homework before a fight, thus you get a lazy commentator from him. I just think he's annoying, honestly. What does winner of Dariush Gamrot get? I hope a title shot. Sean O'Malley could be the next real superstar if he goes out there and KOs Yan with ease. You know, I think we're eating up the UFC promotional wagon a little bit too much, but maybe. I mean, probably. I cannot hate on John Anik ever because when DC and Joe was counting out Leon, Anik was the only one that said Leon won't quit, and then bam, head kick. Yeah, for sure. I hate Anik's, like, you know, pre-wrote lines that he has, like in case a fight goes a certain way, he has like pre-written lines, and it's really annoying every time. It's like just corny, but everyone has their own taste. Every single person has their own taste for sure. I have to work this weekend at 2 p.m. Eastern. What should I do? Call out. How did I end up all the way down here? It just scrolled down. Who's got more pressure coming in the main event, Islam or Charles? Probably Islam. Just because Habib and his fans, Charles has nothing to lose, I think. But Charles has a lot of fans still, so maybe. I don't want John Jones versus Miocic. I'd rather John Jones and Ngannou. I agree 100%. And I'm going to put out a video this week, maybe tomorrow, about this very topic, Dylan. I hate Jones versus Stipe. If Oliveira knocks Islam out, DC will praise Islam for his sleeping abilities. Very true. What outcome would you prefer the two main bantamweight fights? Would you prefer... Who would you like next? Who would you like for the next title shot? I don't know. I really don't like Aljamain Sterling, but I also don't like TJ Dillashaw. But if I had to pick the most compelling fight, it's Petr Yan versus TJ Dillashaw. So, Petr Yan and TJ Dillashaw both winning. It's so weird, the assortment of bantamweight fights you could get. You could get Aljo versus O'Malley, Dillashaw versus O'Malley, Yan versus Sterling 3, Yan versus Dillashaw. You know, there's a litany of options. If I already read that. I've already read that. Miocic should just retire. The division has moved on. Yeah. Yan dominated Jose Aldo. I think he can do the same to O'Malley. Yeah, I think he'll be chopping those legs. I mean, Chris Montino, in a way, has a similar style to Petr Yan in the way that he pressures. And Yan is far more skilled, vastly in a different universe, skill-wise. And Montino was able to make stuff happen with his pressure. Not much. So, yeah, I think Yan smashes him. He might even finish him in the first round. But I went with third round just in case Yan plays it safe early. How do you see Volkanovski doing at lightweight? I don't know. Probably losing. He couldn't make Munoz look bad on the feet. Exactly. Do you think we will see the Izzy that was in the Costa fight at 281? Probably not. Probably not. Do you Volk got free show money for being a backup? Maybe. I would assume, yeah. I rewatched Yan Aldo today. Even in the very first rounds, I don't see what O'Malley can do to him. I don't think O'Malley looks decent, but I don't think he's on Yan's level. Yan is a world-class fighter. And O'Malley's fought nothing but garbage cans. You can't replicate that experience. Is Dustin Poirier fake humble to you? Maybe a little bit. Good evening. Good evening. Anik is not Mike Goldberg. Exactly. What's the corniest thing the commentator has yelled during a UFC fight? I remember Dan Hardy saying something like, when someone got KO'd, like, oh, he turned her into Medusa or some shit like that. I thought it was so corny, and I just hated Dan Hardy ever since. Anik is too professional. He's like, AI was a commentator, maybe. Joey, remember when someone asked you, would you rather miss 280 or the following 5 pay-per-views? Vaguely. I've answered a lot of questions recently, so I don't know. Is there a chance Islam could retire if he loses embarrassingly? No. They'll make an excuse. Does sugar spark Yan? Absolutely not. Chita Vera. What about Chita Vera? What's the question there? Great video about Charles versus Islam fight. Appreciate you, Edson. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Say some things you like and dislike about Colby. That's a weird question. I like his fighting ability. I dislike his really corny persona. Sad Montino got knocked out. Well, he didn't get knocked out. He got TKO'd, and it was a weird stoppage. But, yeah, he should have been allowed to just survive the last 35 seconds. I see O'Malley struggling when pressure. He moves his head and a lot when being attacked. Gets caught occasionally. Can Yan knock him out this way? Yes, he can. And he will. No one discussing Gane versus Jones, the most compelling fight above Francis and Stipe? I don't think Francis Stipe 3 is very compelling. I really don't. So, I don't know if you misspoke and meant Francis versus Jones. But all right. What fan base will be the worst if this happens? Islam fan base if he wins or Sean O'Malley if he wins? I mean, both of them are going to be really bad. Probably Islam's. Good work. You are in South Carolina? I'm not in South Carolina. My little Masvidal. I don't know what you're talking about. How long could you last against John Jones? I don't know. That sounds like a very provocative question, Nolan. I'm not sure if people dislike DC as a commentator or his personality. They should just make Colby, Edwards, Usman holding out. Usman's not holding out, not from what I've seen. Where did you get that information? The UFC gives zero shits about Josh Emmett. They won't talk about him at all. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about Josh Emmett. I think he lost his last 2 fights, to be quite honest. You know, Josh Emmett's probably a great guy. But the whole Josh, I mean, if we're living in a meritocracy, then based on what's on paper, Emmett does deserve the title shot. But I thought he clearly lost to Calvin Kattar. I thought it was pretty clear. Why don't you like Sugar's fan base? I mean, I'm just not into 16-year-olds that wear marijuana leaf socks. That's pretty much it. So I don't really have, the same type of fandom towards certain fighters and the same, outlook on MMA as they do. So when it comes to me thinking DC and Rogan being entertaining, I don't need commentators to break down every move in a fight. It's not the radio I'm watching and can see what happening. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you do, but those guys aren't even talking about anything that's going on. They're talking about the dumbest shit. And just screaming nicknames. Yeah, that's really entertaining. Thug Rose, Thug Rose. I mean, I was so entertained by that. Fight Life, I appreciate your support, your long-standing support. You literally have the worst takes ever. That one's not that bad, though. I'm not saying that one's that bad. But sometimes I think you think up, what is the most annoying possible take I can tell Joey that I have, and then you throw it at me on a consistent basis. I appreciate the dedication. And my mustache keeps like hanging down in my mouth somehow. Josh Emmett busy fighting in the battle for Middle Earth. Okay. I think Emmett kind of underrated. Going to shock a lot of people. Maybe. I'm not 16. A lot of people saying Charles cannot submit Islam. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. That's not right. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm not 16. Do you think Kattar ever fights for the belt? No, probably not. I bet Emmett that night he came through not mad at that. Yeah, but he still lost. He should have lost. I've been watching longer than you. Okay. O'Sally fans tend to be 13-year-olds and feminine. Okay. Calvin losing to Emmett was one of the biggest robberies I've ever seen. Yeah, it wasn't a great decision in my opinion. It wasn't a great decision in my opinion at all. And it was kind of unfortunate for sure. Is Islam being underestimated in this fight? Absolutely not. Did you see the BT Sport interview with Islam? He's sparring at AK, was with Leon Edwards. Pretty cool, that interview. No, I did not. Any bantamweights that would have success at 145? Any bantamweights that... I don't think so. A lot of them I feel like fit perfectly at 135. Just got out of the shower. Had I know you were streaming, I would have stayed in. Well, get back in, you little bitch. What are you doing? Where was I at? Because I missed a lot. I'm trying to go back. Josh Emmett built like Joe Rogan. In Charles' defeat to Paul Felder interview, Charles said he didn't have lightweight strength. Paul Felder could defend his submissions, but he was stronger. Okay. Okay, read that. Are you in the backyard MMA? Absolutely not. Anytime for Sugar Sean to put Petr in a coma, he's gonna... Okay, we've heard that 18 times now, bro. Come up with something new. I love how Charles' whole team dyes their hair platinum blonde. Yeah. I mean, that is pretty cool. That is a trademark now. When Oliveira wins Saturday, who would his next opponent? Who would be his next opponent? Probably Volk. It's probably going to be Volk. What do you think about Chael going on random rants? Not a big fan at all. Not a big fan at all. You see the video of Charles' team running? Dude, it's horseshit. It's nothing. It's literally a non-story. People just post that for literally internet clout. You think Merab dominates 125? No, I think he probably has the trouble with the weight cut. Do you believe Charles must get a knockout? A lot of people are saying how Charles can't submit Islam, but I see Islam's neck in danger multiple times. I don't think he has to, but I think that's the most likely scenario because Charles is Islam is very good. I had Emmett beating Kattar 49-46 in real time, but I was on drugs. Just remember, Emmett had heavier shots. To the forearms, maybe. To the forearms, he had heavier shots. Just woke from a nap. If I knew you were live, I would have stayed asleep. Well, go back to sleep, you little bitch. Have you ever watched... No, I have not. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Joey, if Charles wins, you can die. No. Absolutely not. The parking lot is going to be filled with Bugattis. All right. Can Yan make 185? Absolutely not. Some of the greatest fighters ever, like Jorge Masvidal, Kimbo. Okay, that's cool. Islam is scary. Alrighty. It's disgusting how Halloween is now so sexualized. I miss the old days when costumes were goofy and creepy. I don't really think about stuff like that too much, but I guess, I don't know. Merab should just fight Aljo for the belt. That makes the most sense. Well, Aljo isn't going to have the belt after this Saturday, so... Favorite fight on the card other than Oliveira and Islam? It's probably got to be Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. I think if he didn't give up his back, Thiago Moises was looking like he could even beat Makhachev. No. He wasn't going to beat him. Yeah, Fight Life. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you have plenty of MMA NFTs. I'm sure you have, I'm sure you have a bunch of, cryptocurrency, obscure named cryptocurrency. I'm sure you loved Nate Diaz, Khamzat Chimaev as a main event. I'm sure there was a bunch. Least favorite UFC main event of all time? There's been too many bad ones to even think. Islam versus Oliveira never enters the championship rounds. I don't think it does, but it could. I'm not saying it's super unlikely. Is Islam going to defend? Is Islam going to defend his title 3 times and retire? No. Moises was dead tired. I'm going to be Mr. Joey for Halloween. Why do you keep saying that? Well, you know how celebs have to always ruin stuff. Yeah. Is a type of 4 fighters versus 4 fighters is a big test endurance. It's a Russian thing. Alrighty. Why is Joe Rogan's podcast with Chael Sonnen always automatically playing on YouTube? No idea. Masvidal is a waste of space. He's begging for another undeserved title shot. Don't you know that? Don't you know? Does having UFC NFTs make you a hardcore fan or an idiot? It makes you an idiot. I'm ashamed of anyone with UFC NFTs, to be quite honest. Where are these trolls coming from? I guess the pains of a growing YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't care. Nobody's being too crazy. MMA Joey, the face of block asset. Yeah. What can Khabib really teach Bilal to defeat an undefeated guy? I don't think he can necessarily teach him anything. He can just help him with some tips. Dariush been kind of getting screwed too. He should have fought Islam. Yeah, but he got injured. So it's, it is what it is. TJ barely beat Sandhagen. Aljo choked him out in a minute. MMA math doesn't work at all. MMA math does not work at all. Have you heard the rumor about butter? But I don't want to spread it. Yeah, well, that's a great one. I loved it. Thoughts on Michelle Pajeda, Edmund Shabazian's ceiling in the UFC? It's both about like number 15. Number 15 at best. In my humble opinion. Fight Life jerks off the UFC fighters. Okay. Fight Life jerks off the UFC fighters only fans. You're probably right, Dylan. You're probably right. He's definitely signed up for Diego Sanchez's. Sean Brady, the real deal. I don't. It's too early to say. The striking is god awful. I'll tell you that much. Joey Sterling said if Merab gets himself a title shot, he would vacate his bantamweight belt and move up to 45. Well, he's not going to worry about that because TJ is going to vacate it off of him for sure. The issue with Rogan commentating is now he sounds like he's doing a podcast. He used to have a lot more energy and did an awesome job back in the day. Do you think John Jones fights this year? No. Khabib versus Leon. Who wins? Leon. Think Oliveira gets an instant rematch if he loses? Depend how he does lose. If Izzy KOs Alex at 281, what should be next for him? I don't know. Probably going to be the winner of maybe Strickland if Strickland beats Cannonier. Maybe. Or maybe a Costa rematch if he wins one more fight in the meantime. I really think Aljo should just pick, but TJ's going to screw the parlays. Yeah, I think TJ wins. I'm pretty confident TJ wins, but we'll see. Who you got between TJ and Petr Yan? What about O'Malley and Dillashaw? I would take Dillashaw over O'Malley, and I would take Petr over Dillashaw. Joe, what's the biggest sport in Baltimore? Football. That Tony Ferguson fight was dog shit. Dariush whack if he thinks he deserves a title shot off of that. I guess so. I'm telling you, Sean's striking is so bad, it's crazy. All right. Are you going to be mad when Aljo becomes the bantamweight GOAT after beating TJ? He's not going to be the bantamweight GOAT after beating TJ. Is Earth flat? Absolutely not. I pitched versus John Hopkins back in the day. They are a scrappy, tough team to beat. Alrighty. Thanks for that information. That's very enlightening. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm happy to hear it. Guys, do me a favor and like the stream. Like the stream. We got almost 100 people in here right now. We got 19 likes on the stream. And also subscribe to the channel, okay? If you're not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe this very second. We're going to be streaming a bunch this week. So like the stream, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, because we will be streaming throughout the week, and we will be streaming for UFC 280 as well. So we can watch UFC 280 together on Saturday, and you can enjoy it. Second most confident pick on 280. Most confident pick is probably Petr Yan. Second most confident pick. Now, probably first most confident pick is Makhachev. Second most confident pick is probably Yan. But main card. If I go with the main card, what's my most confident picks? Jan's probably number one. And I'm pretty confident in Fuhrer. Okay. Jorge versus Michelle Pajeda because Jorge was trying to smash his woman. Okay. Do you remember all Colby's decisions? Is Justin Gaethje done? No. How many cards do you think the UFC should put on per year? I have no idea. I don't know what the answer is. I like 2 per month. On occasion, 3 per month. I'd rather the quality of the cards. I'd rather the quality of the cards go up. And, instead of having a fight every night. Like the last 2 fight night cards, I'd rather just not even had. I know people are so desperate for fights. I love MMA. I'm a hardcore MMA fan. I watch it all. I watch almost every single fight on every single card. I watch the PFL. I watch One Championship. I watch Bellator. I love MMA. But these piss poor, shit stained cards like Mackenzie Dern, Yan Xiaonan is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Okay, how many? Oh, I read that. On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you for the main event? 25. By the looks of him, you think Dillashaw has become Pillashaw again? Probably. I mean, he keeps using, my blood samples were tested and blah, blah, blah. EPO is hard to find, from what I understand, especially if you microdose. Also, is this the most exciting main event of the year? For me, it is. Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev doesn't get much better than that. Stylistically, it's an incredible matchup. The storyline's incredible. They're both elite level fighters. It's for the lightweight title. How can it possibly get any better than that? Genuinely, how can it get any better than that? I don't know what we're laughing about. Why isn't the Ultimate Fighter the same anymore? Is it not even worth watching? I don't know. It's just garbage. Well, he rated a 9 out of 10, so he must be 90% excited for the event. There you go. For anyone saying Brady will run through Bilal, please go watch the Chiesa fight. I'm not saying that. I picked Brady, but I don't think he runs through him. I think it's a tough decision. What do you think of Caio Borralho? Dude looks like a damn killer from what I've seen, and his chest tat is fake, but hey, he's a killer. I think he's a very interesting prospect, and I can't wait to see what he does. How many water bottles do you have now? I have this one, what's left of this one, and I have 2 more. I'm a big water drinker, guys, okay? I do agree with you, Joey. I don't think it will be a competitive fight. It will be one-sided domination by one person. There you go. Thank you for agreeing with me, Homework. Remember what kid that stumped you on a question yesterday? What's your first bet? Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about, but I still don't know what he meant. What's the most confident you've been in a pick but got it wrong? I was so adamant Dustin would beat Habib but got that wrong. That's a terrible pick. I don't know. It's probably on the channel. I was pretty confident Tony would beat Michael Chandler. But I wasn't like shoving it down people's throat. I understand that Tony could be kind of reaching that point. I don't know. There's definitely a couple of them, even since I started the channel. There's probably a few on here that I've gotten totally wrong, but I don't care. I'm here to give you my opinion. I'm not going to sit on the fence 24/7 for every prediction and sit on the fence and say, but this. So then when I'm wrong, I can point to that and say, well, I did say this. How high are you on Makhachev? I think he's a future title challenger. For the record, Fight Life Nation does subscribe to Jessica Andrade. Makhachev can be triple. Okay. If Esparza Whaley was on 280 instead of Chukagian, straight gas. I mean, Chukagian Manafure is a very good fight. Very good fight. I enjoyed Martinez, Swanson, and Wright Todorovic. Those are great scraps. I don't disagree. It doesn't change the fact that they were horrible cards on paper, and they were of little significance. Would you pay $250 for the card? Unfortunately, yes, I would pay $250 for the card. Who wins, Jared Vandera with Venom or MMA Joe with no Venom gear? I mean, anyone with Venom is going to win versus someone without Venom. What's up, Joey? So what's your thoughts on Stipe versus Jones? Seemingly likely. Sorry if you already answered this. We talked about it a little bit, but I'm actually thinking about making a video. I was going to make it tonight, but then decided to get on stream instead. But I'm not a big fan. I want Jones Ngannou. I mean, we're going to do Jones Stipe in December, and Ngannou is supposed to be ready to come back in January, February. Makes no sense. And if Stipe wins, the division is dead. Stipe's basically retired at this point. If he beats John Jones, he's killed off the heavyweight division. Imagine Stipe beats Jones and then Ngannou leaves the organization. Oh my God, what a nightmare. None of the top 5 lightweights will be in the top 5 this time next year. We will see. Do you think the argument about Islam not fighting a top 10 or top 5 fighter has any merit versus Charles? Islam has destroyed his opponents. What do you mean? What do you mean by the argument? I mean, the argument's true, but does it mean Islam's not good? Absolutely not. Who do you got between Henry Cejudo and Petr Yan? I would take Petr Yan all day long. I feel like I haven't seen Kaio yet. What's his number 1 tool? He's well-rounded, but he likes to take you down and kind of control you. Where was I at? How do you feel about Paul Felder replacing Rogan? Sign me up. I'm happy for it. How much water do you drink daily? I don't know. Maybe... How many ounces is this? 16 ounces? Probably like 8, 16 ounces, something like that. I like to stay hydrated. Barallo looks like a cross between Costa and Oliveira. Maybe. No merit. Connor beat Poirier and Holloway before anyone knew who they were. Yeah, they weren't good at that point. They weren't nowhere close to their prime or even close to elite at that point. Maybe close, but Brady's nose was broken. He still won by decision. Bilal quit on an eye poke. He didn't quit, man. Come on, calm down. He got brutally eye poked. He couldn't see. He couldn't continue. It's possible dominate Oliveira and get caught. Okay. How do you feel about... Already answered that. What is your favorite fighter in each weight class and why? I'm not going to give each weight class. Charles Oliveira is my favorite at lightweight. Volkanovski's my favorite at featherweight. Petr Yan's my favorite at bantamweight. Moreno's my favorite at flyweight. Yuri Prohaska's my favorite at light heavyweight. Hamzat Chimaev is my favorite at welterweight. So, there's some of them. I think Sarukian's future, he's still, I think Sarukian is the future. He's still really good, man, and he's very young, and he's good. I agree. Does a win by Islam automatically make Khabib the lightweight GOAT, meaning there probably isn't anyone that can beat Islam because I don't see Volk beating neither of them? I mean, Fiziev might be able to. Think Bryce Mitchell will be a top contender. I love the dude, but personally do not. I mean, he'll probably be a top contender. Will he be a title challenger or a champion? Probably not. He's too one-dimensional. Makhachev is my only confident pick. Does Francisco Trinaldo fight when he's 50? Yes. Stipe's another guy who just sits out. Agreed. Is Alex Pereira's only chance KO? Can he win a decision? I think it's possible for him to win a decision. I think the most likely way is to win via KO. Another live stream suite. What's up, Joey? What's going on? Vince, what's going on? If you guys are just tuning in to the live stream, do me a favor and like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure you also subscribe to the channel. We're doing these streams like all week, pretty much. All week long. Hey, Joey, random question, but what camera do you use for your streams? Crisp quality. Sony A6400. I actually have the link down in the description. It's not like an affiliate link or anything, but people keep asking me what I use, so I just linked all my equipment down in the description. and it's in every video. So it's a Sony a6400 with like a really nice lens on it, like an f1.4 lens. I think it's a Sigma lens or something along those lines. So it's a real nice setup. You gotta watch some of my 4K videos because my streams aren't in 4K. My streams are just in 1080p. But you gotta watch some of my 4K videos if you really want to see crisp video. I mean, to me, the streams quality look grainy. If you go watch a 4K video on my channel on like a 4K TV or a 4K screen of some sort, that's where it really looks crispy. But thanks for asking. DC's best moment in the booth. Stop. Where will Makhachev in pound for pound ranking be if he beats Charles? I have no idea. I don't really care about the pound for pound rankings, but it'll probably be ranked somewhere high and ridiculous. Whitaker probably my favorite fighter. Why do people hate TJ so much? He did his time, make it seem like he has no talent. TJ's always rubbed people the wrong way. Even when he was on The Ultimate Fighter, I watched that season. He rubbed people the wrong way there too. Moreno versus Davison 8 confirmed for UFC 310. I'm turning on notifications on and will support you however I can. You're a legend for answering all these questions. I do these streams all the time, Zach. So thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. I don't go into anybody else's stream, so that's not me. What round does Oliveira get it done? First round. But when you say Mitchell's dominance in wrestling is all he needs to win anyway, I guess we will see. Yeah, until you can't take you down. Then what? Most overrated UFC fighter of all time? Probably Conor McGregor. Let's not forget Rose is sitting out right now. So she can get a title shot if Zhang wins. Maybe. They could do the trilogy with Wei Li as the champion. What fruit would hit right about now? I'm about to fuck up some tangerines. That's hilarious. I love watermelon. I love watermelon. If Makhachev beats Olives, I don't think he would get on the pound for pound, at least not until he defended. He would. Guaranteed. The most confident pick you got wrong is probably Pena versus Nunes. There you go. What's next for Hooker? He's fighting Claudia Puelles soon. Most overrated. Most overrated. Where was I at? Most overrated Masvidal. Are you doing these live stream on Saturday? Yes, I'm going to watch the fights with you, and I'm going to do a post-fight as well. One of the best cards of the year, in my opinion, was UFC Fight Night. Volkov versus Aspinall. Paddy really made... that was a great fight card. I remember that was all the way back in March. I think I covered the whole card in my post-fight. That's how good that card. Joe, what's your best advice for someone who struggles with public speaking and gets anxiety? I never got over that from getting bullied in middle school. I don't know. Picture everyone in their underwear? I really don't. I really don't know. Just force yourself to do it, and then eventually you'll get over it. I still feel a little bit weird right now in front of this camera. But I felt really weird when I started, and now I just it is what it is. What do I care? What is someone going to insult me? I don't care. Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley in a 5-rounder. I take Sandhagen all day. Have you ever found Colby funny? Probably not. I don't think so. Have the fight nights been atrocious this year? Yes. Petr Yan, the best boxer in the UFC. He's very, very good. Thank you, Dom Data. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Did you get pressured in the stream tonight? No, not really. People were saying I needed to yesterday, and then I was talking to the guys on Discord, and everyone was like, yeah, do it. So I said, you know what, I'll just do it. This is like a once in every few years type of week. So for me, it's worth it. This week, it's not like I'm doing this every week where I'm jumping on here every day, So I can do this for a massive week like UFC 280. And if you guys are enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. So that's all that matters. We can beat UFC 280 to death, talking every aspect, every possible thing. My mustache is pissing me off tonight, though. Chill, Joey. Connor was champ. I'm not going to chill. Is there a fighter that made you sad? Tony Ferguson. How important is Esparza's records for most days between holding the belt? It's not important at all. It's irrelevant. Rousey is most overrated. I mean, she was good for her era. Bryce is not good all-around fighter. How did it jump all the way down? Hello, hope all is well. Hope all is well with you as well, Bernie. How do you feel about Rose and her I'm the best shebang? Corny as hell. I hate it. Didn't think you'd be live today. Good to see. I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Guys, do me a favor. If you don't already, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MMA Joey C. I just posted it in the chat. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 on there before the end of the year. I'm trying to. So go follow me right this instant. I would greatly appreciate it, guys. I think Sandhagen would be better at 145. I think he would lose to Yair, Holloway, and Volk. I might lose to Arnold Allen, but I see him beating Ortega. I mean, I think Sandhagen can do well at 135 as well. So I think he has a better chance at success at 35 though. Bryce Mitchell wants to go on Rogan and debate Flatter. I saw this. We actually talked about it in the Discord. 4:11 a.m. here in the UK. That's crazy. Joey, here are some highly unlikely matchups. Can we have your pick? Yuri Stipe, Cejudo Cheeto, Cejudo Izzy, Hamzat Izzy. Thoughts on idiots calling you dumb for saying Islam was KO'd out cold? I mean, they didn't watch. I wish you could respond with pictures because you could easily just screenshot him being out cold. Have you been keeping up with fighter interviews this week? No, I don't think I've watched a one. Most overrated and underrated champ. My picks are underrated Oliveira. Overrated Israel. Underrated is probably Oliveira. Overrated. I don't know. Usman versus Chimaev. I got Chimaev all day. Chandler will lose to Dustin and still try to get a title shot. Yeah, probably. Probably. Other than UFC Paris, what's the last card you were excited for? 278? Probably, but I don't remember what all was in between there. What do you think a good fight for Jack Shore at featherweight, and do you think it was a mistake moving up? It could very well be a mistake. Who could he fight? I don't know. Featherweight. Does he fight someone in the rankings? I don't know if he does. I guess you could put him against Alex Caceres. I think that'd be a good measuring stick for him in the division. What's up, Keep Out? I appreciate you. Why did Stipe get added to the pound for pound list? Very suspicious, in my opinion. Very, very suspicious. You think O'Malley's just all hype? I don't know about all hype, but a significant portion is hype. If O'Malley can drop Chris Martinho, how will he finish Petr? Yeah. Do you think this is the most stacked UFC card of all time? It's one of the most. I mean, there were some other ones. Like UFC 194 was super stacked as well. O'Malley isn't passionate. You can see it. He just likes the fame. Yeah, he's probably going to be one of those guys. Like, if he becomes popular, all of a sudden, he's just going to... Like, I know he's already popular, but if he becomes like a superstar popular, he's just going to look for easy fights. And you say, I don't care about the belt. And next thing you know, he's going to be begging to, box boxers or some dumb shit. Gilbert Burns versus Covington 3-rounder. I'll take Burns. Is UFC 280 the best card ever? It's one of the best cards ever. Will you be tuning in to one on Friday? Yeah, I'm probably going to stream one on Friday. Are you high on Bryce Mitchell? Not really. Not particularly. Do you remember O'Malley getting a title shot if he somehow beats... He will get a title shot for sure. Why are you so high on Fiziev? Because he's elite of the elite. And I think he's looked very impressive. Why isn't Esparza on the pound for pound list? Because she's garbage. And I'm sure she is if there was a female pound for pound list. I have to join the Discord. I feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. You have to be a member of the channel to join the Discord. So if you want to join, I'll post a link in the chat as well, but it's down in the comments. You get a bunch of extra benefits, but mainly the members Discord. There's the link if anybody wants to become a member. All right, now where was I at? My water bottle is this. My first water bottle is empty. We'll see about how long this second one lasts. We're already 50 minutes in. That's crazy. Is UFC 280 the best card ever? It's one of the best. I feel like the most overrated fighter couldn't be Conor because he won 2 titles and earned it with his personality. No, he's overrated. People act like he's one of the GOATs and he's not even that good. Already read that. Somehow I ended up back higher up. Is Pena the most underrated champ? Yeah, I mean, she was elite. Do you watch the countdown shows and embed it the weeks before pay-per-view? Usually not, but for this week, I'm probably going to. Fiziev is awesome, but I had him losing to Bobby Green. Well, then you were smoking crack that night. She beat Thug Rose. She should be on the pound-for-pound list. At this point, I'm 100% sure Hamzat beats Usman. Is Ilya fighting Dan Ige? Supposedly. Dan Ige is about to go on a 4-fight losing streak if he fights Topuria, probably. Not confirmed, but likely. Oh, you're talking to him. Okay, yeah. Topuria said that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I will be streaming UFC 280. I will be streaming UFC 280. But yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out my UFC 280 predictions, I encourage you to check them out. All the prediction videos are doing rather well. My main event prediction, go view it. I want to get more views on my main event prediction than I have subscribers. Right now, it's sitting at 4.6 thousand views, which is really good for the channel, really good for the channel. So I would greatly appreciate it, guys, if you went and checked that out. I knew it was going to do well, but I did not know it was going to do that well. Besides you, thank you for the $20 super chat. Big ups for the UFC 280 stream. Thank you, besides you. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy it, man. I hope you enjoy it. I'm probably going to skip 281 as far as the live stream. But 280 just feels so special, and I'm really trying to grind the channel. I'm really trying to grind the channel to 10K. So I'm trying to put in the work. So I'm like, you know what? It's going to be a hell of a time. There's a lot of great fights. I'm going to be sitting in a couple days. I'm going to be sitting in front of this camera watching UFC 280 on this very screen. It's going to be awesome. But thank you, besides you, for the $20 donation. I appreciate you very, very much. I'm looking forward to it. You better join us. I'm assuming you're going to join us on Saturday. I'm assuming. But, was it you that said they had work? No, I don't think so. There's no way you're missing Sean O'Malley fight, right? There's no way. You have your picture as Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. I just noticed that. But anyway, thank you for the $20 holla. I will put that towards UFC 280. I lost my train of thought there for a second. And now I am far, far, far behind because I skipped ahead to read your donation beside you. But I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Patty versus McKinney. McKinney would starch him out cold badly. It would be a brutal KO. When was the last time you were this excited over a fight solely because of the stylistic matchup? I don't remember. Probably just stylistic wise. Forget about any backstory, because the last time I was just excited for a fight was probably Conor Habib. but that was just because it was a mega fight and I couldn't wait to see Conor get smashed. But stylistically, this is going to be one that really flies under the radar. I was really excited for TJ Dillashaw, Dom Cruz. So stylistically, that was an amazing matchup, and that was a great fight too. Who was more overhyped for the title shot, Ortega after he KO'd Frankie or Till after he stopped Cowboy? Till. But I think Till beat Wonderboy to get the title shot, didn't he? The Discord is dope. Thank you, Billy. I'm glad you're enjoying the Discord. I mean, I think everyone in the Discord loves the Discord. Am I right? Am I right? So, yeah, I mean, we're in there every single day talking MMA. I can't even keep up with the messages in the Discord anymore, basically. I'm super active in there, but it's hard to keep up with all the messages. There is a female pound for pound list. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. If there was, she'd be in there. What's up, Joey? Live again. Heck yeah. Thank you, Dean. Fiziev would absolutely embarrass Justin. I agree. What's your favorite martial arts discipline? I don't know if I have one. I don't know if I have one. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever's the most exciting. But I don't know. I like it all mixed together. So I don't have a particular, I don't care if it's standing, grappling. I love it all the same as long as it's exciting. Fiziev and Shavkat are each other's sparring partners. That's a very elite duo right there. Conor's overrated. Colby and Masvidal are. Yeah, they all are. They all are. Fiziev lost round 3 to Bobby Green. That's it. Exactly, because of the high output earlier. 2K bet on Islam winning by submission. Am I stupid? I mean, putting 2K bet on anything that's up in the air is kind of dumb, but we'll see on Saturday. Does anyone know what time the weigh-ins come on? I know they're usually in the morning when they're in the States. Yeah, I have no idea. New water bottle alert. Again, thank you beside you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate your $20 donation, my friend. Hit the like button. Yeah, like the stream, guys. Like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream. And like the stream again. And also, subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 5,500 subscribers. So we're cruising on to 6,000. We just hit 5,000. We're cruising on to 6,000. The last 28 days graph looks insane. The graph since May of this year just looks like a nice steep angle like that. Okay. Prime Conor was very good for sure. He's a relevant dickhead now. What's your biggest question mark on 280 besides Sean O'Malley? Probably Islam Makhachev, because he hasn't fought the greatest of competition either. Joey, what's your prediction rate? Somewhere around 60% for full card predictions. Joey, you will get a lot of Brazilians and Russian fans if you live stream Saturday. I will. Joey, I have to work during 280. What should I do? Quit or call out? Hell nah, I work night shift, so I'm watching. So what if it was on at night? Would you have to miss it? Patty's not beating anyone good. Yeah, I agree. The bad blood between Conor and Khabib made that fight even more interesting. Yes. The man's live again. Yes, I am. Yeah, but there's evidence Aldo was KO'd inside 15 seconds head-to-head. Conor beat him, became double champ after. Okay. How do I join the Tapology? I will have to send you an invite, I think. Why isn't there a women's middleweight? Okay, that must be a joke. Thanks. It's 12 a.m. Friday morning for the weigh-ins. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Who's watching that? I'll probably watch it. I'll probably be up. Is touch butt in the park your favorite MMA discipline? Only the real OGs. Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Do you understand the reference touch butt in the park? And don't Google it. Do you understand the reference touch butt in the park? Yes or no in the chat. Because if you do, you're a real long time MMA fan. So I'm sure there's probably some people that aren't. Touch butt in the park was hilarious. Touch butt in the park was hilarious. Is anyone going to say no? They have no idea what it means. Dude, that shit was so corny, and people were promoting it. Like the Conor fanboys were saying, "Yeah, this is really great." Andy's lurking. Benny says no. Yeah, touch button in the park. That should have been a donation right there. Is your favorite MMA discipline? I'll never forget that. That shit was hilarious. Dude's playing touch butt in the park. And dude, people were hyping it up too. People were saying like Conor's new movement coach. And the shit was dumb. They used to act like Conor had mythical powers. The Conor era was atrocious. Was absolutely atrocious and horrible. What's Fiziev did to RDA was impressive. RDA doesn't get finished. Agreed 100%. This week, I only think about UFC 280. I'm very excited. Me too. Edson, thanks, Small Fry. I hope RDA starts his Barbarina. I hate that guy. I don't like him either for beating up Robbie Lawler. Joey Dustin will embarrass Justin if they fight. Again, maybe, maybe not. Colby will beat 41-year-old Wonderboy by no finish and demand a title shot. Yes, I'll be watching the weigh-ins. Fiziev versus Chandler. Fiziev would brutally KO him in the first round, probably. How did Habib get fined $250K for jumping out of the octagon? Conor threw a bus. Dolly threw it at a bus filled with people. I don't get it. It's double standards. Nate Diaz. Everyone understands the reference, but Benny, no, I was curious, so thank you for being honest. Nate Diaz said it. Conor had a movement coach, and the UFC was hyping it up, and the Conor cult followings were hyping it up, and they were like, "Yeah, everybody needs to start getting a movement coach." And Joe Rogan was hyping it up, and they were acting like Conor was on to something. And Nate Diaz said, "Dude, you have no training partners. You have no training partners. You're playing touch butt in the park with that goof with a ponytail, something along those lines." So that's the story behind it. I'll never forget, if you haven't seen it, go back and look up the press conference with, I'm not sure if this is where he said it or not, but look up the Conor and Nate press conferences that was held in like a gym. It was amazing. It was in like a gym. And it was like a last minute press conference they just threw together. And it was amazing. One of the best lines Nate ever had. To be honest, it's a great coach. Shut up. Damn, I'm getting old. Nate flamed Conor. He legit made Conor's movement though, so it was legit. No, it wasn't. It was a scam. That's why he fired him afterwards. Diaz teasing Conor. Diaz was always destroying Conor on the mic, and Nate Diaz could barely talk. That's what made it so much funnier. That's what made it so much funnier. Do you train? Yeah, I wear Venom gear now. I'm a trained fighter at that point. This is an excellent card. I would agree with you very much. What's the better line? Touchbutt in the park, Dana White privilege, achieve, believe, achieve, or who the fuck is that guy? Definitely touchbutt in the park. Barberina is always in an exciting fight. Very true, but he beat up Lawler, so I will never forgive him. Who had a better career, Lawler or Woodley? I don't know. I'm biased, so I'm going to say Lawler, but I'm not looking into it because I might have to say otherwise. Fiziev versus Habib. I'd probably take Habib. Robbie Lawler should retire for sure. I don't know why they got him fighting Ponzinibbio. What kind of horse shit is that? Do you think Conor ever fights again? Probably, but it'll be like money grabs against garbage opponents. No, but is that Nate Diaz about Conor sparring? It's about his coach. Rogan said Ronda's stand-up was so good it almost made him cry. Yeah, Rogan was saying Ronda was a once-in-a-lifetime type of athlete. No, he was saying she wasn't once in a lifetime. She's a once ever. Were they really hyping that movement thing with Conor in the park that much? Yes, dude. They were talking like he was on to something, like he was starting a new trend. Yeah, there's film of touch butt. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Conor will never get better unless he's a good training partner and yes men. Yeah, he's surrounded himself with yes men. Yeah, but Nate Diaz smokes weed and can't formulate a sentence. Conor was training movement to not get hit and got rid out of the coach and focus boxing. The fact Nate thinks he's cool is a joke. Alrighty then. I thought Diaz won the second Conor fight. I agree. I thought it was pretty clear as well. Conor should hire Diego's former trainer. I can't remember his name. Joshua Fabia. He should do that. Be a hilarious combination. I still feel like Joshua Fabia is still out there looking for a protege. He's still out there looking for like a new protege. He's like hanging out outside the UFC Apex, looking for his next victim. Conor had the first Joshua Fabia type coach. Yes. You think Russian takes over the UFC? No. I miss watching Colby fight. Can't believe that was March 5th. I can't believe the time has gone by so fast. I mean, Demir versus Gamrot. I got Demir. Demir versus Gamrot. I'm probably taking Gamrot, but I might even take Demir though. Demir's very good. Misha Tate or Dern. Can Oliveira run around the arena this time after a win? Yes, sure. What time does the fight start for you, UFC 280? Prelims start at 10 a.m. or early prelims start at 10 a.m. Prelims start at 12 p.m. And main card starts at 2. Who is your favorite MMA coach? Of Joshua Fabia. Dang, still alive. Joshua Fabia one level better than Edmund Tavarian. Yeah. If Conor was smart, he'd take Khamzat offer to train, but his ego won't let him. Joey, I'm back. Did you miss me? No, I did not. Nick Diaz missed weight by an entire weight class last year, but it's okay. So the fans, because they smoke weed, so annoying. Yeah. Diego said in an interview he believed Fabia blew out every ligament in his knee and Fabia healed himself overnight. Dude, remember when they were telling the commission that Diego was going to kill Michael Chiesa? Name one recent champion who hasn't had the best movement in their division. I don't know what you mean by that question. Name one recent champion who hasn't had the best movement in their division. I don't know. Carlos Esparza. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but I'll say Carlos Esparza. Guys, I am going to go pee real quick, so I'll be right back. So like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I will be right back, and we'll probably do 2 hours tonight. I'll be right back. Like the stream. All right, we are back. So keep sending the questions in the chat. I drank too much water, so guys, 90% of the time when I go pee, it's just clear. That's how much water I drink. Okay, now where were we at in the chat? I have no clue. So I'm just going to pick a random spot and then I'm going to start there. We're probably going to get, we're an hour and 9 minutes in. I'm doing a live stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. But I'll probably do this for 2 hours, I'm thinking. It's only 11:30, so I'll at least go an hour and a half. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how everything's going. This is a very important week. I appreciate not all of you guys leaving while I was gone. And I'm just going to pick a random spot now. What's up, Joey? You know me on time as usual. What's up, JJ Smoke? Joey's taking a... Yeah, okay. It's barely been an hour. He's not doing his second hour. Geez, you guys are just working me like a dog. You guys are literally working me like a dog. Like, he's not even doing 2 hours tonight. Why is it Smith versus Teixeira? I don't even know what you're talking about there. What do you think of Bo Nichols saying he can beat Hamza? I doubt it. Hydration is key. I'm an old man. I can't hang like that anymore. Do you take vitamins, Joey? Occasionally. What are you guys talking about? So you are a dentist? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Sam Alvey can't even beat Joshua Fabia. Joshua Fabia can beat pretty much the entire UFC roster. He's got a death choke. I mean, he hangs upside down and gets beat up by his other friends. I mean, Joshua Fabia is a legend of the sport of MMA, to be quite honest. I don't know if there's anyone that can beat him. What else was he saying? I can't remember. Joshua Fabia has always been a weirdo. What are we going on? We're having the weirdest chat now. Let's talk about UFC 280, guys. UFC 280 questions. I'll handle questions while Joey's out. I'm scrolling up and seeing what I missed here. Dude saying I'll handle the questions. Okay. Joey, do you floss? Yes, I do. What would be your reaction if Charles Islam turns out like Aldo Merab? Aldo Merab was a god-awful fight. I hate Merab for what he did to Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo is probably one of my favorite fighters of all time. Or definitely one of my favorite fighters of all time. I mean, it could happen, but it would be very annoying. Like, if Islam's going to dominate him or just neutralize him, I want him to look for a finish. I don't want him to just hold him against the fence and do nothing. Can I have a good night kiss? Absolutely not. Fabia has the death touch. That he does. Your Be Right Back. Why is it the Smith Teixeira background? I didn't even know that. I just found a high-res picture of the octagon and made the graphic a long, long time ago. What's going on, MMA experts? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you very much. My bad, Joey. I've been chatting with my boy Sagar. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, to be honest. Jacob Huffman, thank you for the $5 super chat. I greatly appreciate you. Charles for the win. UFC 280. We will see, my friend. We will see. I believe he will win. I believe he will stop Islam Makhachev in the first round. But we're about to find out. That's the beauty of the sport. My favorite thing, and the reason I love doing these streams, especially in the lead up to a special card like UFC 280, is just the anticipation of such an amazing stylistic matchup, an amazing story. I can't wait to see what actually happens. We can speculate all day. Charles Oliveira is going to submit him. Charles Oliveira is going to KO him. Islam's going to ragdoll him and beat him up and finish him. Islam's going to do this. Islam's going to do that. Islam is superior. Islam's fought better competition. I've seen somebody saying some garbage like that. We can speculate all we want. At the end of the day, the second they enter that cage and Bruce Buffer is announcing their names and he's about to get out of the way, my heart is going to... I might even have a heart attack. I am going to be so excited for UFC 280, for the main event. But the whole card, it's fight after fight after fight that is full of excitement. And, let's look over the entire card real quick. I mean, you look at the main card. The main card is something special. But the prelims are damn good as well. I mean, Volkan Ozdemir, Nikita Krylov. Makhmed Muradov versus Caio Borralho. Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady. From Volkan Ozdemir, Nikita Krylov up, I couldn't be more excited. Each fight gets incrementally better outside of maybe Muhammad and then Chookagian fight because it'd be switched. But after that Chookagian Fuhrer fight, which I'm still excited for. A lot of people like to shit on women's MMA. I like that fight a lot. You get Beneil Dariush and Mateusz Gamrot. Love that fight. Could be a main event of a fight night card. Then you get the Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. That's going to feel like a main event when it happens. Petr Yan's arguably the uncrowned bantamweight champion right now. So this could be a title fight. Then you have Sterling versus Dillashaw, the former bantamweight champion, trying to get his belt back. that got snatched off him by Jeff Nowinski and a needle in his ass. So it's going to be compelling. And then after all those amazing fights, you were then getting to that main event, Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev. I'm super hyped for that. Yes, I'm calling first round TKO for Oliveira. I think he's able to stuff the takedowns. I think he's able to keep range. I think he's able to keep the body and pump the jab. And I think if he can keep it on the feet, he's going to get his confidence. Like 4 minutes into the first round, boom, just smacks Islam with a big right hand, hurts him badly. Islam starts panic wrestling, and then Charles Oliveira hurts him again, drops him, and finishes him. My overall prediction record is 357-3. I doubt it. UFC 280 will go down in the history books. Man, I can't even explain how excited I am. Like, I'm so happy that a lot of people agree with me on this, because this is such a special card. And in an era where the UFC will shit the bed sometimes with dumbass matchups like Nate Diaz versus Khamzat Chimaev, or even Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal as a pay-per-view main event, we get a fight that doesn't have, it has a backstory, but it's not like these guys are talking mad trash. There's a little bit here and there, but for the most part, most people are drawn to Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira based on their skill sets. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Are you not drawn to the main event of UFC 280 more based on their skill sets than anything? Because I know I am. Would you change your mind on O'Malley if he KOs Yan round 2, or would you think he got lucky? Depends how it happened. I would have to see how it happened. Read that. Did you see a 6'4" female kickboxer sparring with Rob? No. Hey, Joey, are you streaming on Saturday? Yes, I will. Do you think a $600 price tag is justified for a signed UFC 280 fight poster? Probably. Anyone else spend like 5-7 hours post-fight writing out what's next for the division? Do you really do that? It's a huge pay-per-view. Agreed. I'm always wearing short. Okay, I can't even read that. That's like a book and a half. Chukagian is a point fighter. I'm not big into women's MMA. Man and Fuhrer will probably finish her. These fights can't be boring. No way possible. I agree. Even if they are boring, the anticipation of what's bound to happen is going to make it exciting in real time. In fact, this card is early in the day. I hate that it's earlier in the day. TJ is going to dominate Aljo. We will see. I do agree with you on that. I don't see Olive submitting that dude. Not that he can't. He'll be thinking, let me KO a guy who's been KO'd before. Yeah, I think he's going to try to keep the fight standing and look for the finish on the feet. It just makes most sense. It's the end of the line here for Dariush. The sports passed him by. All right, Earth Rocker with your wise wisdom. If 280 was originally all the fight it is now, but without Charles versus Islam, what would you rate it? And what's up, Joey? What's going on? I would rate it like a 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Savage pick, bro. I love Olives, but had to pick Team Dagestan. We will see. We will see. It's a very compelling fight. It's a very divisive fight. And I think it's a 50-50 fight, honestly. It's a tough fight to pick. Cejudo coming back, and I know how you hate how cringe he is, but do you think he can beat Volk? Cejudo could not beat Volk ever in a million years, ever. Cejudo is calling for that fight because he thinks he's a money fight. I honestly never want to see Henry Cejudo fight again. Do you bet on fights, Joey? No, I do not. Joey, you should start gambling and smoking cigars. Absolutely not. When Islam lost, did he get knocked out or choked out? He got knocked out. Marlon Vera versus Petr Yan. Sign me up. Adriano Martins beat Islam. I don't know who he is. Is he still in the roster? I don't believe he's still in the roster, but he was a decent fighter. I think he lost to Cowboy Cerrone at one point in time, actually. Everyone seems to forget that Dariush is coming off an injury, broken leg. It was either a leg or an ankle injury at some point. Do you think Conor is going to try to come back and Father Time is going to catch up to him? Probably. Or USADA and Jeff Nowinski is going to catch up with him. Agreed, bro. I'm not 100. I forgot what I said, so I don't even know what this is about exactly, but I'm sure it's probably something about UFC 280 being great. Islam got knocked down, and the ref called the fight. He was knocked out. He was out cold. So, back me up, chat, because there's a lot of people telling me I was crazy in my prediction video, saying that he got flatlined. He woke back up. He got flash KO'd, but he still got KO'd. So he got KO'd. Would your O'Malley versus Yan fight prediction change if it was 5 rounds? Probably not. He got knocked down. It was BS. No. Thoughts on, and I don't even talk about stuff like that. I don't talk about weird social media, like influencers, whatever you want to call it. I don't waste my time on any of that type of stuff because it's just, I don't have time to think about it. I got much more important and better things to speculate on than like just dumb shit like this. This is why I don't talk about the YouTube boxing sphere and a vast list of other things that I do not discuss just because it's not worth the time of it. Glad to see the chat is talking about Dariush, how it should be. Only chance Cejudo wins versus Volk is because the Venom kit. Very, very true. But yeah, I don't think he wins regardless. I think Father Time has lapped Conor at this point. I mean, he's got them brittle legs now. What do you think about Dana White slap fighting? Don't care at all and will never, ever discuss that either. No offense. Is Conor on the juice? Definitely. Islam was still defending. Yeah, he was flat out. He was out. I thought it was a bad call. That's all, dude. He was out cold, so it's not a bad call. Go back and watch it. If Sean gets destroyed by Yan, would he be the biggest hype train you've seen derailed? They'll spin it somehow, and they'll say that he did a great job. Islam was flash KO'd, but yeah, TKO'd regardless. He lost. Also, Joey doesn't bet. Joey doesn't like smoking. He's got an elite mindset. There you go. Joey, do you listen to music? Not really. I'm not a big music person. Such a random question. Call me crazy. I'm really interested in Bilal Brady. I think a lot of people are interested in Bilal Brady. It's a massive welterweight matchup. It might not get a lot of like casual intrigue, but it's a very important and high level fight, which is what I care about the most. Importance and high level. I'm going to have to check that out. Islam Adriano fight. I don't remember it. Poirier versus Fiziev. I'll take Fiziev against anyone in the lightweight division right now. Henry Cejudo needs to go away. Yeah, I wish Henry Cejudo would just stay retired and we'll never hear from him again. We can just never hear from Henry Cejudo again. Dude tried to retire as a negotiating tactic and nobody cared. Dude thought he was a draw, which is embarrassing. I bet you that's Ali Abdelaziz helping him steer his career. If Islam wins, do you see him having a long title reign? Yes. I got Brady. I got Brady as well. Cejudo versus Sugar Sean. What do you think? Cringe champion. I would take Cejudo all day in that one. Joey, do you agree with that disagreeing with takes is okay and you could still have friends that may like other fighters? Yes. Why would I think otherwise? Yeah, I'm open in all opinions. Does welterweights have a history of not? Yes, the welterweights. I've never heard of welterweights, but the welterweights do. Would you rather break down a full celeb boxing card or Hasbulla versus Abu? What would I rather do? I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not kidding. I'm going to stare dead into the camera when I say this, MMA experts. If I had those two choices or delete my entire YouTube channel and start from scratch, I would delete my entire YouTube channel and start from scratch. That's how much I detest. And I'm not saying anybody that likes to discuss it or anyone who's interested in it is wrong. But for me personally, I find so little interest in it and I dislike it so much that I don't even like to let it enter my mind, let alone give it any airtime ever. Like people say, you know, the two words of a YouTube boxer, the first word starts with a J, the second word starts with a P. I literally will not even read it out loud because I don't want to support. I just don't like to support things that I don't like. And again, I'm not saying anyone who does like it is wrong, but I just can't. I'm tired of all the cringy shit that's being forced down our throat and then people like enjoy it. It sets a precedent that they continue to do this type of shit. So it's, for me, I can't do it. Some people do. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I just can't stand it. I would rather delete my YouTube channel than break either one of those things down. And literally, when I say I don't pay attention to it, my brain is trained. Like I follow a lot of like MMA, different like MMA like reporters and stuff, and on like Twitter. If I see those words of anything about any of these like the just any of the cringe shit about YouTube boxing, celeb boxing, you know, the guy that's going to be in Islam's corner on Saturday who is just basically a marketing ploy. My brain is trained that I just skim over it. I don't even digest it. I just go right past it and I don't even know what it says. So there you go. I hope that answered your question. You probably didn't expect that long of an answer, but that shit actually drives me nuts. We talked about this the other day. I used to feel the same way, and I'll talk about it now because basically it's irrelevant now. But back when they used to have First Take and they used to have Skip Bayless and Stephen A. I almost said Stephen A. Thompson because I was thinking of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but Stephen A. Smith. And they used to say egregious, outrageous takes just for the sake of having egregious, outrageous takes, just so they could get people talking about them. And I'll never forget, like, people used to bring that shit up the next day. Be like, oh, did you hear what Skip Bayless said? And I'd be like, literally, do not even discuss it to me. Because the best thing you can do when you don't like this type of stuff is not talk about it, you know? So that's what I do. I think Fiziev would beat everyone in the division except Islam and Gamrot. He could easily flatline wrestlers that catch kicks for takedowns with a question mark. It'd be interesting. Fiziev versus everyone would be interesting. When Islam wins, do you think they will rematch in 6 months? Probably. Who's more annoying, Cejudo or Covington? Cejudo. I walked by Ali before. He looked like a D-bag at PFL. I mean, I don't think anybody but the fighters that he manages likes Ali. Are Sean's legs brittle? For sure. Laughing faces. Would you ever interview Cejudo? Sure, why not? But probably not. I'm probably not going to. True, but Covington is pretty cringy on purpose. I hate the little fake personality he has. Fair, bro. Thank you. I agree about the JP. Yeah, I just ignore it on the channel. People actually get pissed. I just ignore all the questions that have those words in it. I just completely, and even if I accidentally start reading it, I just skip over it. Mid read. And people are like, what the hell, bro? Why aren't you reading my shit? How do you see Fiziev versus Gaethje fight going? I see Fiziev flatlining him. How the F do you not listen to music? Any personality? Any personally? I mean, I do listen to music. I'm just not like sitting at home listening to music 24/7. I don't like I listen to the radio. I'll listen to like Sirius XM. I'll throw in like a random Spotify list, you know, if I'm driving in the car somewhere, just so I can't, because I really can't actually don't listen to the actual radio. I can't listen to ads on there. That shit is garbage. When they're like talking, I don't know how anybody does that. So I'll throw like a random, like just a random ass playlist on Spotify, like a 90s playlist or some shit. But I'm not like a big fan of music in general. Like, so O'Malley likes the distance also. Joey, I think looking into the theatrics of MMA is an important thing or not. If it gets reactions to UFC, more likely than not will support it. Yeah. We've had over 100 people in this chat consistently. Yeah, we've had over 100 in the chat for like the last like 4 or 5 streams. And it's been growing every week, honestly. Who's your favorite commentator? Probably Paul Felder, maybe. If you don't listen to music, what do you do while you're driving? If you don't, hold on. If you don't listen to music, what do you do while you're driving? I just said I listen to music while I'm driving. What do you think? I just got my phone mounted on the dash, you know, watching porno. What do you think? So I have music on when I'm driving in the car. But I don't have any particular taste in music. I'll literally listen to anything. Could you take, here's another like cringy marketing thing, but I don't know. Probably not. If Oliveira wins, does he have a better case at lightweight GOAT? Oliveira's last 5-7 fights, however many since Kevin Lee fought, then T. Ferg, then Chandler Poirier, Gaethje dominant and all, but so was Habib. Yes, if Oliveira wins, I think the case for making him lightweight GOAT is very legitimate. Cejudo's YouTube channel is pretty informative for skills. I've never watched his YouTube channel, so I can't say. But thanks for the info. Anything's got to be better than Chael Sonnen's garbage YouTube channel. if the opportunity came, would you interview Colby? Why wouldn't I? I don't have anything personal against these guys. Just because they're not my taste or I don't enjoy them doesn't mean I hate them or I would want to be disrespectful to them. So you guys confuse those two things, you know? Like you guys think, oh, because I don't like Colby's cringy personality means like, oh, I hate his guts and I wouldn't, I would treat him like shit if I got a chance to talk to him. Like, that wouldn't make any sense at all. So of course I would, and I would enjoy doing it. Do you watch wrestling? I mean, Olympic wrestling? No, I don't watch the Olympics or WWE. I'm kind of drunk, but Sugar's gonna fucking KO Pete. Why are you calling him Pete? Let's go, Sugar. VT, okay. I love that. I wish UFC never got rid of Dan Hardy. I don't know, man. I asked that question before you answered it. I wonder if Yan is going to turn into a wrestling match. He may very well. I'm kind of thinking Charles wrestles Rex Islam, but Islam could wrestle fuck him. That is very true. That is an astute observation. We'll see if we end up seeing this on Saturday. I wonder. Why is Chael channel garbage? I mean, does he say anything? But he just talks in circles. Sean O'Malley is going to try another eye poke. Yeah, can you imagine double eye poke? If I was Petr Yan, I would just double eye poke Sean O'Malley right out the gate and then call him a quitter after the fight got a no contest. That's what I would do. That'd be my personal game plan. Is Volk already better than Aldo, or does he, or have the 3 wins against Holloway hurt his legacy? It's up for debate. I'd probably vote Volk above him at this point. What's up, Joey? UFC 280 around the corner. Get the Venom gear on. The Venom underwear are on as we speak. I hope Charles wins just because new fighters will get title shots. Islam winning would just have Chandler, Dustin, and Justin cycling. Yeah, I would hate that. Here we go, evil. Here we go. Most cringiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The money's coming in on Sugar. Lines changing a bit. That's crazy. That is crazy. I think Dominic Cruz should be the main commentator with John Anik. Thoughts? Sign me up for that. Imagine if Charles and Islam deny the takedown and then just stand and bang. Shit would be crazy. That would be crazy. Islam has the power to KO Charles, too. I said it in my prediction video. It would not shock me if Charles Oliveira gets chinned in the first round somehow by Islam Makhachev. Islam has power. Charles is defensively irresponsible. Charles is going to come in with reckless abandonment against Islam Makhachev just because he's not going to respect Islam striking. And I could see him getting clipped. I could see him getting clipped and put to sleep. When is the press conference? I believe it's Thursday at some point. Imagine if Charles... Okay, I already read that. Chael's YouTube is full of CTE and biased as well. O'Malley's insanely delusional thinking he was beating Pedro. I know, my friend. I don't see Petr landing anything significant, honestly. Oh, beside you, if you're going to have terrible takes like that, you better send it with $50 next time, okay? I'm just kidding. Venom John Jones is scary. Yeah, for sure. I think Sugar going to style on it. We'll see. It'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting. It would be very, very interesting. What's your commentator dream team? I like Felder, Cruz, and Anik. That would be my team right there. That would be my team. Sign me up for that. Guys, am I wrong to think Petr starts off slow and fights stronger later in the championship rounds? There is no championship rounds. I think he comes on stronger as the fight goes, but I think he could starch him out in the first round, to be quite honest. The press conference is going to suck. They're going to have 12 fighters on it. Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of translator. I may not even watch it, to be quite honest. How crazy is that? The fight card I mean, O'Malley's terrible on the mic. Petr Yan's not going to be particularly entertaining on the mic. Oliveira's not going to be particularly entertaining on the fight. Islam's not going to be particularly entertaining on the mic. I may not even watch the press conference. So, did you see Da Ung Jung versus Devin Clark set for UFC Korea? No, I did not, but that's a solid fight. Is Javier Mendez the new Edmund Tavarian? Maybe. I keep saying like I keep seeing articles that say Javier Mendez says Islam Makhachev's going to destroy Charles Oliveira. What the fuck did you think he was going to say? Did you think he was going to say, oh yeah, Charles might starch my guy out? That shit's garbage. That shit is garbage. If you were a fighter, what style would you go with? Full MMA, just wrestling, BJJ? Full MMA, I would try to be well-rounded as possible. I tried to be well-rounded as possible. Anyone else forget Miesha Tate exists? Yeah, I like to keep it that way too. It's delusional to say Sean was beating Pedro. Cap. It is delusional. Anyone that thought Sean was beating Pedro is delusional. You care that Joe is not commentating or no? I don't. I do care in a positive way. Joe Rogan has been checked out for many years. For many, many, many years. I know this is probably unpopular in the MMA community. Get rid of Joe Rogan. Get rid of him. He's been checked out. I don't think he cares as much about the fights anymore. He just says dumb shit. Half the time I think he's drunk on the mic or high on the mic. And he's super biased. He comes in with a narrative regarding the fight. And no matter what his eyes physically see, he cannot deviate from that narrative. And it drives me up a wall. They were acting like Adesanya was beating Jan Blachowicz when Jan Blachowicz was clearly winning. Let's actually do a poll real quick. Should the UFC get rid of Joe Rogan? Should the UFC? I think I already know the answer to this, but we'll see. I think Rogan. I used to love Rogan. I would have boycotted if they got rid of Rogan like 4 or 5 years ago. But Rogan's garbage, DC's garbage, Bisping's garbage, Anik's good, Felder's good, Cruz is good. So let's see. I have a feeling the majority of you guys are going to say no. But we can all have our own opinions. That's why I'm curious. Where was I at? Yeah, looks like the majority of you guys are going to say no. I have no idea where I was at in the chat now. Somehow I've fallen vastly behind. Guys, do me a favor if you have not already, like the stream and also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. Where was I at? Better fight, Petr versus Aldo or Petr versus Sandhagen? Petr versus Sandhagen. Petr versus Sandhagen was my favorite fight of 2021. If you were... Okay, read that. I wish Joe was commentating, but he's got a comedy show that day. Jeez, well, you're in the... I guess you're in the... Probably the majority, honestly. O'Malley getting slept, most likely. TJ and Aljo made banter a bit, though. I forget TJ and Aljo even exist. Who is all lurking? Yeah, guys, if you're lurking in the chat right now, you're listening, but you're not messaging in the chat, let us know that you're here. I want to know who's here. And guys, support me in the poll by voting yes. Come on. There's got to be some of you that think the UFC should get rid of Joe Rogan on commentary. Vote with me. Vote with me. The answer is yes. And I would never be campaigning for someone to lose their job. I'm not campaigning for Rogan to lose his job. I'm just saying my personal preference. But Rogan's rich anyway, so it doesn't matter if he were no longer the commentator. I want to see the face-offs on the beach. That's where the money shots are. Well, you'll see plenty of pictures afterwards. I got AJ Dobson to upset Armin. Fair enough. Mix a little beef from Sean. Could be good. Sean is horrendous on the mic. Also, Nurmagomedov. Jose's voice just completes pay-per-views. Yes, sir, Joey. I've commented this before. His commentary is lame. 68% says no. I agree. Joe takes too much stuff away from the actual fights. Plus, he says, and honestly, if I have to hear Joe Rogan say he's in real trouble here one more fucking time, I am going to slap somebody. Yeah, he's in real trouble here. I mean, how many times when Pena was trying to submit Nunes on her back at UFC 277 did we have to hear Rogan say over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, she's in real trouble here. 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 And then also another Rogan patented line is speculating on injuries. Oh, the way he's holding his hand, there might be a wrist injury. The way he's holding his ankle, there might be an ankle injury. I think he has a blown out ACL. Dude, just shut up. I mean, even on the card he disappeared on, he was texting Annex speculating on injuries. Shut up. So, go vote yes. Go vote yes. Joey Bisping is horrible. I agree. The commentator in general is terrible for the Yan Izzy fight. Agreed. The UFC needs to get rid of Joe and Dana. I don't know. UFC should keep him around and put him in other speaking positions. Joe Rogan should just stick to hyping up fights in the promos. Bisping is fucking atrocious. Bisping is probably the worst. The best of Senko better than current Rogan? I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far, bro. You're getting a little hasty there. Bisping has to be number one pound for pound worst commentator. Without a doubt. Garbage. If Islam gets Charles down, Charles is fucked. He's not hitting the sub off his back. He has to either work to get back up to the feet or hit him with a ghillie on a bad shot. Okay? I think Charles can get back up, especially early. As it gets in the later rounds, it's going to be harder. Rogan's rich. I could care less if they fire him. Agreed. Joe's staying as long as Dana White's there. That's what he publicly said. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a hill that I'm going to die on, and I don't care that much about it, regardless of what it may seem from the last half hour of discussion. But I think you guys get the point. Makhachev going to put Oliveira against the fence and put the pressure on him. Whitaker versus Usman. 5 rounds at 185. Whitaker all day. Joe Rogan invented the solar plexus. That he did. Is Joe Rogan famous because of the UFC, or is the UFC famous because of Joe Rogan? Neither. Neither is true. Rogan is interesting, but sometimes repetitive. Yeah. Do you care for Rogan's ringside reactions? No, not really. I think they're over-exaggerated and fake. Because they know the camera's on them. Love the Rogan rant. I personally like Felder a lot. Felder's very good. Give a basic overview to a casual type deal. Okay. Oh, he's just doing his job. Commentators are supposed to there to sell it for casuals. Maybe. But not when the pay-per-view's already started, my friend. Who you got, Izzy or Pereira? I'm leaning Izzy by decision. Without Dana, how's the UFC going to continue? No, he doesn't even create the matches. He just has the final say in them. Will Nick Maximoff ever be good? Absolutely not. What is Yuri doing sitting 3 days in the dark for? No idea. Megan O'Leary is hot. Let's all be honest. She's okay. Look how much Rogan gets paid per event, like $200,000 just to say he's hurt. He's hurt. He's in real trouble here. She's in real trouble here. There's got to be some other ones. That I'm not thinking of. The way he's holding his right hand, I think there's a real possibility that he has a wrist injury. Or, you know what really drives me up a damn wall about the commentary team? And this is partially you guys too. This is the fans as well. I am so tired of the commentary team not enforcing it. Basically confirmation bias to the fans. People are constantly crying that people are faking low blows. Nobody's faking low blows. A lot of these times, these shots are grazing the cup on the way up and then hitting the belt line. Okay? And constantly, I watched a fight the other day. I can't remember what fight it is. If French Fries, you're still in here, I sent you a screenshot of it. They were literally saying that it wasn't a low blow. And it was clearly a low blow. It clearly hit the cup and then went up and hit into the belt line. And the commentators were saying it's not. The shit drives me nuts, and that happens all the time. Nobody's faking nut shots. Nobody is faking nut shots. It's very rare that someone is faking a nut shot, and you will never have me believe that. Whether it's Sean O'Malley, whether it's Conor McGregor, whether it's Charles Oliveira, whether it's Kamaru Usman, nobody is faking nut shots. Okay? It's just not, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist other than a very, very small percentage chance. I've never seen one that I've said that's unequivocally a fake nut shot. I mean, do you really think they're getting hurt from a deep kick to the waistline? Really? Really? Is that what people think? Like what's the motivation behind them faking a nut shot and reacting immediately? Oh, I got teeped in the waistline. Let me pretend like I hit in the nuts so I can have a breather. I mean, that's a garbage take. That's a garbage take. Are Usman's legs going bad? No idea. Dom's the best analyst, but I like Joe bidding in DC for energy. I hate DC. Imagine being paid $200K to sit ringside and not even try. Joe's living the life. Yeah, I respect it. I respect the grind for sure. Some kid the other day was okay. I have no idea what that's about. That's very weird. Joey, big week for us. Glad you're helping guide us to this huge event. Appreciate you, Z Asher. Appreciate you. I think some fighters are fake stuff for a rest here and there. I just don't think it's happening. I just don't think it's happening. 70% says do not get rid of Rogan from the commentary team. 30% says get rid of Rogan from the commentary team. So 30% of you guys agree with me. 30%. Let's see what you guys think about DC. Should the UFC get rid of DC on commentary? Especially for 280, quite honestly. Free fights and all of that as well, but he usually stays near Vegas. He probably just doesn't want to travel. I wouldn't want to do it either. Rogan's probably been getting paid at least 1.5 each year. It's ridiculous. Hell, he's living the dream. I can't hate on him for that. I will never root against another person getting paid ever. Ever. Some people like to do that. You will never hear me root against another person getting paid or finding success or any of that stuff. It's not worth wasting your time for that. I wish everyone the utmost success. So if he's getting 1.5 to live out the dream and, it's a little under par, that's fine. It is what it is. Sometimes I need more serious in commentary. I hate when there's something important going on and they're joking about dumb shit that doesn't matter. DC is commentating the Islam fight, so biased. Yes, bro, I hate DC too. I think a lot of people do. Free flights and all that as well usually stays near Vegas. Yep. Tito says he's fighting. Yeah, I don't care about that at all. I'm not going to talk about that fight either. DC is by far the worst. Joey, make a poll for Bizbang. Yeah, that's the next one I'll do before we get off. The commentary does get distracted. I can't see the poll. I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea. Guys, we have 113 people in the chat right now. If you are lurking in the background, put a message in the chat. I want to know who's lurking right now. You're taking a shower, you're taking a bath, you're taking a shit, you're laying in bed. I want to know that you're here right this very second. I need to know. I need to know who's here. I need to know who's the OGs so I know whose questions to answer when we get to 50K subscribers in like 3 years. So let me know in the chat. You're lurking in the stream right this very second. I need to know. And let me know what you're doing. Everyone who's listening to the stream right now, put in the chat, what are you doing while you're listening? Like, are you sitting on your couch? Are you taking a shit? Are you taking a shower? Are you walking around the block? Are you in a car driving? What are you doing? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Because I know there's a lot of lurkers in here right now. I wonder if there's anybody who sits in every single stream, which I appreciate you regardless, and has never sent a message ever. That's crazy. There's definitely got to be some of them. So, there's got to be some of them. Let's see what you guys are doing. Now I'm way behind because everyone answered that question. Hot take, I like DC commentating. Go to hell then. I'm lurking and trying to contribute. Appreciate you. Regardless, if you're lurking or posting messages, I appreciate you. How are you? I'm doing good. Hope you are doing good as well. Blaze One Sports, thank you for being here and being a member of the channel. I greatly appreciate it. David Holmes is lurking. Appreciate you, David Holmes. Jackson says, I'm walking around the block with my dog. Appreciate you. Jake Harmon, appreciate you. Pablo, appreciate you. Homework, appreciate you. Checkers Lane, appreciate you. Y Hondini lurking as well. V Fitz lurking. I'm eating, just got out of work a while ago. Appreciate you, VT. Just finished my shower. Lamau. Wild Drift PN Mobile, what's up? I already said that. Bedtime for Pablo. Fishing right now, says about the packable. I thought you were fishing. Jake Harmon's just doing homework. Practicing guitar and lurking. Appreciate you as well. Hello. Hold on. Where? I know I lost my spot. Hello, Flex. I'm driving to my girlfriend's house. She's home alone, so okay. Hey, nobody likes DC. Let's make a new poll, I guess. I'm smoking some Gorilla Glue if you're interested. A backflip, bedtime, poll, skinny possums. I'm lurking, Joey. What's up, William Smith? What's up, Braden? What's up, Isaiah? What's up, Buttwig? I'm here, so answer my next question. You skipped my last one. I must have missed it then. I'm out here lurking since you were under 1,000 subs, bro. As you know, I unsubbed and resubbed recently since that O'Malley stuff got annoying initially, but's grown over time as your branding. I get it, mate. Okay. I'm happy I've earned you back, my friend. You were missing out, though. You were the real one missing out on quality content. I'm a younger guy, so the commentary from Bisbing is funny to me. I'm not even 17, so I definitely see how it's awful to grown men. Dude's making me feel old as hell. Dude's making me feel old as hell. Thug Rose. Joe, if your life depended on it, could you actually do a backflip into a split? Without a doubt. Skinning possum. I also enjoy DC F the haters. Yeah, you also enjoy Pena's striking, VT. So I thought you weren't going to stream today. I've just been harassed. I get bullied into streaming on a daily basis. I'm basically being held hostage in front of this camera at this point. Braden might be pooping. I'm laying down on my phone. Got you on my TV now. DC is fun. Have you ever been told you have a good speaking voice, Joey? A couple times from the YouTube chat. I find that hard to believe, though. Really? I know there are some voices that are absolutely unlistenable, if that's even a word. Let me rephrase that sentence. I know there are some voices that are just impossible to listen to. There can be a YouTube channel. I'm just using this as an example because it's kind of what we're talking about right now. That if you click on it and it has good information, but the voice is terrible, you just can't listen to it. So if you're enjoying my voice talking about MMA content, I appreciate you. So thank you, VT. I have no idea that I have a good speaking voice, but I'll take your word for it. I've always wished I could watch my channel without knowing it's me. But that's impossible. Like, I would recognize my voice. So I could actually have a fair assessment of what it was actually like. Because I really don't know if it's terrible, if it's good. I know obviously I'm doing something right. But just to have that third party opinion detached from it, it's impossible to watch yourself and be unbiased. But thank you, VT, for the kind words. I'm listening and trying to figure out what right end to swoop in the waivers in fantasy football. There you go. Hot take, I bet your name isn't Joey, and maybe MMA Joey means MMA young fan like Joey could mean youth. Maybe. Matt Smith says he's pooping and playing Clash Royale listening to some MMA. I enjoy watch Jones beat up DC. Me too. Do you have a favorite Ultimate Fighter season? No. Not off the top of my head. I can't remember. Joey, what the F is StreamYard? It's a streaming software. I'm using OBS though. Joey does flips for $100 donations. Y'all didn't know. What happened to Snoop Dogg commentator? No idea. Test it out. It's super annoying how Joe says, oh, every strike absorbed. He says a lot of annoying stuff. I don't know exactly what that one's about. DC is the life of the commentary. Could never get rid of him. You shut your mouth, Jack. I went to both Jones DC fights, both solid fights. Agreed. Joey, what's your seasonal lawn care routine? In short, fertilize. There you go. Jesse on fire, the worst. What do you mean, voice? Is that what you're saying? I like watching the Weasel regardless of voice quality since unfortunately I have a similar style of speech. No big deal. Make DC commentate with Jones. Yeah. Like Gilbert Godfrey's voice. Who has Gilbert Godfrey's voice? I would love to see DC do John Jones post-fight interview and Jones heavyweight debut. That would be awesome. Yes, that would, but that's never going to happen. MMA Guru or Jesse on fire. What are you talking about there, Marcos? Favorite female fighter, Weili Zhang, probably. If Bisping poll doesn't get an 80% in favor of kicking him, I'm going to be disappointed. We'll do that in a second. Joey, to be honest, you should commentate all fights and record them live and post a video. I'm going to stream Saturday. Do you care for Snoop Dogg commentating? Absolutely not. It's funny the first time I hear my own voice on a voicemail. That is weird. I don't even like leaving voicemails. Okay, 44% says get rid of Daniel Cormier on commentary. 57% says you cannot get rid of DC. 57% wants to keep DC. Okay. Time to ask about Bisping. Should the UFC get rid of Mike Bisping on commentary? By the way, you guys are clowns for keeping DC. If you could bring back any retired MMA legend in their prime to compete today, who would you bring back? Anderson, the Spider, Silva. I personally believe Snoop Dogg should. Yeah, I agree. The worst Joe Rogan experience I ever witnessed was his post-fight antagonizing responses to Chimaev after he just ragged Al Kavanaugh. He was super annoying in that post-fight. Adult is a beast. I really like Grasso's boxing, though. Ew. I would have been great if Gilbert Godfrey did a Bruce Buffer intro. Joe, would you go through any alley with O'Malley? What does that even mean? I'm not even sure what that means. Did you care for Stephen A. Smith post-fight commentary? No, I did not. DC stays. Let's get a poll. Who watches the weigh-in shows? I swear Bisping should like a 95% for yes. It looks like a no. It's 62% no right now. Keep Bisping at the apex. Okay. Well, it looks like you guys want to keep him everywhere. Somebody accidentally hit no. Well, in the meantime, guys, if you have not liked the stream yet, like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I accidentally hit no. I'm so glad they don't have Stephen A. Smith doing UFC anymore. He will be back eventually. DC's commentary on Islam versus Charles is going to be awful. Genuinely not looking forward to hearing. Ruins the viewing experience for sure. Get rid of Bisping. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like Bisping, but more people like him than I thought because 54% says keep him. Go vote in the poll. Bisping sucks. You cannot have a one-eyed man on commentary. I mean, you can, but if he's garbage at it. Does anybody watch Bisping's YouTube channel? I've seen a couple of his like thumbnails, but I've never really watched anything. I can't listen to Bisping talk for 10 minutes in the commentary, so. I'm dying. Frank with the clutch questions here tonight. What's your take on the recent Bryce Mitchell video? Should he run for public office? I mean, Bryce Mitchell might be the smartest man alive. I think not only should he run for public office, but I think somehow he needs to rule the entire world. I mean, he is the most intelligent man I've ever seen in my entire life. So, yes, definitely. Okay, Stephen A. will definitely back for giant events, but he sucks. Good basketball talk, though. He was right. He hit the nail on the head when talking about Cowboy Connor, and everyone shit on him for it. The commentators will rim job Islam at 280. Yes, they will. Okay, where was I at? I wish you could mute the commentator and mute tweets on the screen. Just listen to the fight noise and loud crowd. That'd be so much better, even if they charge you an extra $10 a month. Dude, we need to talk to somebody. Bryce not vaccinating his dog for rabies? Really? Really? Did you make that up or is that real? Because the recent video I'm talking about was the one of him saying Earth's flat. I mean, who do you think knows their stuff more, Guru or Jesse? I haven't watched either of them really, so I don't really know. But one that I have seen a couple videos like over a year ago of Jesse, and it just seems like a lot of talking in circles, and a lot of those, videos were really like kind of clickbaity. But it's been over a year since I seen, and it was around the time that I was doing Diego Sanchez videos, and everyone kept saying like I was copying him, even though I think I did a video before him. And so I watched a couple videos, and it was like 30 minutes of nothingness, honestly. So I can't really say. Can listen to Bisbing talk for an hour. Ew, what platform is the Mitchell video on? The one that I'm talking about, I saw it on Twitter. He's not getting his dog vaccinated for rabies. Damn, I didn't see this one. I saw the one of him flat earthing. Is that a new one, VT? Send me that on Discord right now. VT, if you will. Send me that on the members Discord, my friend. Little known fact, DC shit his pants in the Jones last fight. Your thoughts on Bisbing, how I would never watch Bisbing's YouTube videos ever. Cruz, Felder, Anik, Dream Team. Yes, I agree. Good night, Joey. Good night. He wasn't right about Cowboy's Connor. Cowboy was washed. That's why Connor picked him to fight. No, he was right about Cowboy Connor because he said Cowboy came in and quit. And Cowboy even said himself, I would serve in a thug nasty military, die for the nastiest thug any day. He's being serious about Bryce and his dog. I don't blame Bryce. Okay. Damn, that's a fantastic idea. Just hearing the crowd and fighters, no commentary, that'd be great. I swear they used to have an option for it. He's basically refusing his dog healthcare claim. Ugh. Geez, that's really bad. If Mitchell Mavsar happened, what would have been your prediction? I probably would have took Mavsar. Joey, don't kill me, but my favorite commentary team might be DC, Rogue, and Anik. I saw Mitchell's video here on YouTube. He believes what he's saying, and that makes him right. Ugh, that's so cringy, man. That's cringy as hell. Let's see. Somebody sent it to me. My dog treater problem. I found a great local vet. Now I ain't comparing myself. I just saying the same situation he was and all the criticism and I hate receive a small fraction of ignorance. How to tolerate my dog will be healed regardless of what you think about my tactics. And I'm trusting the local vet. I believe God wanted me to. He just said he's going to run the test before he administers any treatment. And he says the law. I just read the caption. What's he saying in the actual video? What is it? This video is way too long. I read the caption. He just basically says I'm not getting rabies treatment. I can't watch that whole video. That looks like cancerous, honestly. I feel like I'm going to lose a lot of brain cells just watching it, to be quite honest. Just posted it. I'm going to go ahead and doubt that they're going to be able to hold their tongues back from only going to the rim. Just saying, I like Thug Nasty and hate people denying healthcare to their animals. There you go. Bryce is hilarious. What's up, bud? What's going on? The dog spends all day laying upside down. Clearly needs some neurological issues. That's super sad. Hey, Joey, hope all is well. What do you think about my parlay? Charles, TJ, Yan, Gamrot by decision, and Brady by decision. I like it. I'm with you. I believe in all those predictions. Yeah, now, if Bryce is really denying his animal health care now, I want Bryce to lose badly. I would like Bryce to lose very badly in his next fight. Bisping is a good commentator. Why do you think the UFC should get rid of Bisping? I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm thinking. 53% say no, that we shouldn't get rid of him. Don't feed your dog grapes. I hope Charles humbles Islam this Saturday. He may very well. He flat earthers. Oh my God. What's up, Rex? I don't know if I read that or not. Makes me root against him. He means well, but his views are very skewed. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to him too much. I did see the flat Earth one though. I think eventually, he'll lose a couple fights, and then the UFC's gonna be like, yeah, do we really want this publicity from this guy? Yeet. Adios. Let's see, where are we at? Let me see something real quick. So we are right there. All right, guys, we're gonna go for a little bit longer. I don't know. It's 12:30 right now. We're over 2 hours. We're over the 2 hour mark. We're vastly over the 2 hour mark. I have a million videos on the channel you guys need to go watch as well. And you guys don't want to get rid of Bisping on commentary. So, ew. Oh, don't feed your dogs grape. Do you think Luke Rockhold can make a comeback? He said he will come back if Alex beats. I hope not. Dillashaw will beat Sterling too. I agree. Imagine if Charles KOs Islam with a knee at the start, like Jorge did to Ben. That'd be crazy. I'm picking Yan to beat O'Malley. Agreed. What's your favorite John Jones performance? Probably the second DC performance. I personally love all the commentators. Okay, Jack. All right, Jack. Aljo's gonna backpack him. Disagree 100%. That's very doubtful. It's a 5-round fight. I don't think he's able to perform that for however long he needs to do to win that fight. Just don't see it happening. Why is this not updated? All right, guys. I ask this every once in a while. Put in the chat, what are some of your favorite MMA YouTube channels to watch? What are some of your favorite MMA YouTube channels to watch? I'm always curious because there's probably some that I don't know about. I basically find out about MMA YouTubers in the chat because I really don't watch MMA YouTube. I barely watch the countdowns. I barely watch the embeddeds. So what MMA YouTubers are you watching during UFC 280 Fight Week? Whether it's a super big name, a super small channel, whatever it may be, MMA fighting, Ariel, Luke, whoever it may be. Let me know. Who are you guys watching in the lead up to UFC 280? John Anik is the best commentator. He's all right. Worst is probably okay. Okay, I've heard of all these at this point. Yeah, I've heard of most of these. Bisping, okay. Bisping and you, the worst is okay, Bisping. You do watch Bisping. Daniel watches MMA Guru, Anatomy of a Fighter, another guru in fighting business, Random Media, the Weasel, does great breakdowns, Chael Sonnen, and You Are the Only Ones, Fight Night Picks, MMA, okay, Weasel, James Lynch, Bisping is the best, Dan Hardy's breakdowns. I respect you asking because most channels don't want to shout out others. Yeah, I'm not, pro or against any. To be honest, I'm indifferent to pretty much all these channels. I pay my mortgage picking opposite of Fight Night Picks. I watch Dan Hardy, the Reptile channel. I forgot Dan Hardy's breakdowns. I've seen a couple of them, but I haven't watched them in a long, long time. Chael makes pointless videos sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. You ever watch Jesse on Fire? Outside of like a year and a half ago when I was doing Diego Sanchez videos and people kept commenting and saying I was copying him, no. I watched like 1 or 2 videos back then and that's it. If you guys want to know what I watch on YouTube, I watch Indigo Traveler. Indigo Traveler is what I watch on YouTube. Let me go shoot through some YouTube channels that I actually watch. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go to my personal YouTube channel and see who I'm subscribed to. How do you look at subscriptions? I'm subscribed to so many, but I don't even watch any of these. A lot of these. I watch Adrenaline Addiction. I watch, because I'm subscribed to so many, I don't even watch all these. But I watch Adrenaline Addiction. That's a really good channel. I'll watch. No, I don't really watch him anymore. I'll occasionally watch Channel Makers, which is about like YouTube education. I'll watch The Company Man occasionally, but not often. I have so many subscriptions that I need to go unsubscribe because I don't ever watch these or even know their videos exist. I'll watch Enes Yilmazer. I don't know how you pronounce his name. His name's Enes. His first name's Enes. He does like luxury house tours. I watch him all the time. Atticus Henry 318. Appreciate you becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. You now get to be a member of the channel with a loyalty badge next to your name. You get access to the members only Discord. And you get custom emojis to use in the chat as well as the comments. First time I'm seeing you in the chat, I feel like. Or maybe a little bit earlier. I don't remember. But either way, thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate you. If anybody else wants to become a member of the channel, it is $3. It is $2.99 per month. The link is down in the description. Okay. I'm going to continue to go through who I watch on YouTube. So I watch Enes. I'll sometimes watch heavy spoilers about Game of Thrones stuff. I'll watch a little bit of some guy named Internet Ajay. I haven't watched him in months, but I have watched him like in the last year. What else? I'll watch Jim Browning. I like Jim Browning. I like Kit Boga as well. Who else? A lot of these I'm subscribed to, but I don't even watch at all. Marquise Browning, I think is how you pronounce Brownlee. I don't even know how you pronounce his name. I just call him MKBHD. I watch him. I think a lot of people watch him. Mr. Beast here and there. I think that's really it, honestly. A lot of these are just subscriptions that I never unsubscribe to. Spawn Point occasionally. Sunny V2 occasionally. Talking Thrones occasionally. I love the Indigo Traveler. And there's another one that I don't even know the name of them, but I watch them. They're all like, I mainly watch travel YouTube channels. I don't really watch any of these. Okay. Back to the chat, guys. I was just telling you who I subscribe to on YouTube. But I watch a lot. Indigo Traveler is like my favorite YouTube channel of all time. He goes to like third world countries and travels through them and posts a lot of awesome videos. Okay. Let's go back to where I was. Full Mount MMA does good videos. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. Sean Brady has good picks on Steady Picks. I watch Indigo Traveler too. That guy has balls. Amazing. I forgot you live in Maryland. I believe there's where you said it's only 11:30 here in Illinois. Yeah, it's 12:42 here. We'll keep going for a little bit longer. Dominic Cruz breakdown is top notch. Brendan Schaub is the greatest MMA analyst alive. Did you see them saying Justin Gaethje's a front runner for McGregor comeback opponent? What's your thoughts on that, Joey? I like it. Who said that, though? I don't know if that's a legitimate source. Thank you, Henry318, for becoming a member and supporting the channel, my friend. Glad to be a part of the MMA of the Joey Army. Appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate that. But thoughts on the fight? I favor Gaethje in that fight. But I think McGregor can win. Ariel, I watched some of Ariel's clips, but I never really watch anything like significant. There's a guy named like Jedi who does like all the good clips from any interviews and he posts them on Twitter. So I'll just check those out. McGregor could start Gaethje. Okay. Joey, do you ever see lawn transformation videos? They are low-key fire. Yeah. I actually watched another one is Ryan Knorr's Lawn Care, I believe. Game of Thrones. Okay. Yeah, the last season of Game of Thrones was... Joe, you should start doing StreamYards. I don't even know what you're talking about. Mokhayev's not even fighting Diakese. What are you talking about? Justin's leg kicking might still be too much for Conor. Maybe. Are you subbed to DeMarcus Cousins? No. I heard McGregor's shins have him kicking fully grown maple trees in half. Yeah, what about Some Ordinary Gamers? Never heard of it. How are you liking House of Dragons? It seems very, very good. I've watched it. I'm up to date on it, and it seems very good. KJ's What Happened is a good current events channel. Never heard of that either. It's crazy how many big channels you can have never heard of. Sean over Bilal. Chael Miller made a video about Will Volk stepping if Charles misweights by point. Dude, Chael makes the worst videos. Brendan Schaub is the GOAT if everyone on Earth is dead. Yeah, HBO and Discovery had a merger. I wouldn't say that's really an MMA channel, but I love to watch. No. 90% of the time, Chael's videos are just pointless. 99% of the time. I think he maybe pays rent that way. Yes, he does. He just posts constant videos just in hopes of clicks. I don't usually bet on sports, but had to for 280. Got Charles, Aljo, Yan, and Gamrot, and Mokaev. You should have took TJ instead. Joey, let's say your fiance's family comes to town Saturday morning and wants to go to dinner during the main event. You're going to cancel and roll. They're not even coming. They're not even coming to town. No, absolutely not. I don't even care if it was a fight night. They're not coming. Lunch action. Yeah, either way, it's not happening. So I don't even want anybody in my house outside of me and my fiance while I'm watching the fights. Make sure you guys get your... No, there's no... All right, guys, come on now. Who went and did that now? Who went and did that now? Why would you possibly... Who has time to do that? Dude really went and did that. I'm done. I am absolutely done. Have you heard the Needle Drop or Anthony Fantango, his reviews, all kinds of music? No, I have not. I have not. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. Did you watch Ariel destroying Brendan Schaub on the MMA Hour? That was amazing stuff. I did see the clips. Yes, I did. I see a lot of clips on Twitter. A lot of MMA-related clips get reposted on Twitter. I knew it was MMA Lawn Care, dude. You gave it away, okay? I'm just done that you went and had the time to go search for that. And have you heard of that channel before? That's what I need to know. That's what I really need to know. Let's see. I did a poll in the channel community tab. Right now, it's got 500 votes. 70% is taking Oliveira. I pee in my yard. That's how I get it ready for winter. Well, that's a terrible way to get it ready for winter. Have you heard? Okay, read that. Read that. Nah, Aljo was the right pick. Don't worry. I think Aljo's a terrible pick. I think Aljo loses. I think Aljo loses. I'm pretty confident in TJ outside of the injury and the long layoff and the age. It's funny that you say that, Thomas. I just think TJ is a much superior, a vastly superior fighter. People, for some reason, confuse and think Aljamain Sterling's some elite wrestler. He has amazing jiu-jitsu. He doesn't even have great takedowns. TJ Dillashaw has good takedown defense. I just don't see Aljamain getting him down or creating scrambles. And if he doesn't have the threat of the takedown, his striking is basically dead in the water. If he cannot threaten you with the takedown, if he does not have you worried about the takedown, then his striking is dead in the water. And TJ is a vastly superior striker. And I think TJ is going to just mop him up. I actually thought about going to, because we can't bet online in Maryland, but we can go to the casino and bet. I thought about going and betting on TJ at the casino because I heard that he was an underdog, and I'm pretty confident in that pick. Do you think Islam can ragdoll Oliveira? It's definitely possible. Swear we still going. What's up, gang? Prime Connor versus Prime Charles. Who you got? How? Prime Charles. By submission. I'm picking TJ to win as well. The odds confuse me. You're just an Aljo hater. I hate TJ more than I hate Aljo. So, joke's on you, Washington. The joke is on you. Did you say TJ's an underdog? That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told in the Discord. That's what I've been told in the Discord. So, if that's true, then I hope it's true. But yeah, I thought about going and betting on him just because. Do you think Usman is on the juice? Okay. I don't know. I can't diagnose off of pictures online. How are we still going? We're almost 2.5 hours in. Brady, Gamrot, Piotr plus 300. Take notice, peeps. I might have to go make a bet on that. Is Charles in his prime right now? Yes. So I buy a custom home and move in. What's the process to keep the lawn fresh all year, even in the winter? I'm in Carolina, so it doesn't get much snow, if any. I'm not sure about the winter. I think you want to throw down something for like disease, but it's never going to look great in the winter. But I don't know about Carolina. So just fertilize it and spray for weeds, I would guess. Might have to pick TJ then. Haven't officially placed my bet. I'm not overly confident in Charles. I feel like Vegas is tricking you into picking Charles because the odds look good. Yeah, I'm not overly confident in Charles. He's probably my least confident pick because that's such a close fight. Aljo has terrible footwork and zero power with his punch, and he has decent kicks. Agreed. And, I mean, he literally looks like he has some type of disorder the way he strikes, honestly. TJ's like plus 140. I would take that bet all day. Broken leg Connor versus Prime. I don't know. You don't think Aljo's size will give TJ issues? No, Aljo doesn't have the... If Aljo can create scrambles and get him down, it could, but I don't think so. TJ's very strong. He's a very good anti-wrestler as well. Someone mentioned in 280 minutes for 280, thought it was a good idea. Yeah, no, that's... Isn't that 3 hours? That's not happening. I don't think that's happening tonight. I live in Florida. F winter. I mean, it's got to be hard to keep up a lawn in Florida, too. All year round when it's hot as hell. TJ ain't hungry no more. Top 3 highest IQs in MMA. I can't think right now. Joey, I wish you would make a lawn care channel. I would blow up both channels. It would be awesome to learn all your tips and tricks to keep a fresh yard. Assuming you've been keeping your yard fresh. Dude, what are you doing? The real question is, what are you doing right now? Y'all sleeping on Aljo like you were sleeping on him against Yan. He lost the Yan fight anyway. So, what is Ray Longo doing? I thought he was a boxing expert. No idea. Aljo's striking is horrendous. Aljo's striking is literally horrendous. All right, guys, we're going to go like 5 more minutes. So, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Do me a favor. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MMA Joey C. That's where you can find out when I'm going live, all this good stuff. Most of the time I try to tweet it out. I tweet out a lot of reactions to news. I'm trying to be more active on Instagram as well. So go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MMA Joey C. Right this second. Top 3 IQ, Izzy, Islam, I don't know. And also didn't have any corner for the second fight and made tactical mistakes. There you go. I see some lawns with green grass all year, but they have fake grass. I see a bunch of brown, dead grass. Just want the best possible lawn. I mean, the information is definitely out there. Use one of the old-fashioned push it back and forth, same spot 30 times still miss blades of grass mowers to spread dog feces around the yard for a good. It's good for all the weeds I got growing in it. I'm done. Dude, this is hilarious. Used one of those old-fashioned push back and forth in the same spot 30 times and still miss blades of grass mowers. That's a very long description for a mower. To spread dog feces around the yard. It's good for all the weeds I got growing. Dude, I'm imagining you going over your yard repeatedly with just smearing dog shit with a rotary mower. That's disturbing. That's very disturbing, dude. That's a very disturbing thought. Oh my God. With one of those like mechanical rotary mowers. Let me look that up right now. Mechanical rotary mower. Yeah, this is what I'm imagining you. This is what I'm imagining you pushing dog shit around your yard with. I just Googled an image of one. I'm dying. I'm dying. Is this what you're smearing dog feces around your yard with? Is that what it is? Huh? I can't imagine if someone's eating right now. What has me dying is some people have. I still see people with those old time rotary mowers, and they like break their back trying to mow the lawn, and they spend 2 hours cutting their small ass lawn with this little mechanical rotary mower, and instead of just spending $150 for a gas mower. I see so many people say, I just got a small lawn. I'm going to get one of these rotary mowers. And instead of just spending the $150, they spend 2 hours cutting their small ass lawn, pushing it back and forth over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. But I couldn't imagine it because there's some people that like don't pick, if they have an animal, they don't pick up the I don't know what you want to call it. You know what I mean? They don't pick up the mess before they cut the grass, which is disturbing. And imagine if they're doing that and they got a rotary mower. Yeah, my lawn isn't looking great right now. I'll pull up a picture of it from today from my Ring camera. Let's see. I'll show you what my lawn looks like right now. It doesn't look good at all. It looks all right, but it doesn't look good. Let me see. What time was it sunny? Okay, hold on. That's not good. Okay. This is probably all right. Screenshot. Yeah, my lawn doesn't look great right now. Yeah, my lawn's been not looking too great since I started the channel, to be quite honest. It's not looking good right now, to be honest. This is my lawn right now. This is my lawn right now. That's live from my security camera today. That's what my lawn looks like. So, it's not terrible. It's not great. But it's all right. It's all right. That's a live shot from today. My grandpa had one of those and it was tough to push when I was little. Tommy, what's going on? If you were a fighter, what would your walkout song be? In the Air Tonight. You showed us your... Okay, I already read that. Joey's lawn died after he made the channel. Agreed. Why did MMA Guru hate you? I'm not sure that's true. So, I don't know. Who is the opening fight of UFC 280 pay-per-view? Only seeing 4 fights listed. The opening fight is Manon Fuhrer versus Caitlin Chukagian. How anyone fight Islam and Habib not even trying to knee them, shooting for takedown when they say they will shoot, it's crazy. Okay. Let the leaves stay on your lawn until November. I'm going to cut my grass, so they're not going to be there when I cut my grass. You need to lay some treatment down on it. A little turf builder goes a long way. I know. The only juice that Usman is on is grape. Maybe that nasty cherry stuff. I don't know. Dude, you're just making up shit tonight. Yeah, people just make up shit. People just make up shit all the time to start weird online dramas. But I don't pay it no mind. It could be true. It could not be true. It is what it is. I'm just doing my own thing. All right, let's see. Let's see. What do we got? What am I going to send you guys to watch now? By the way, guys, we are sitting at 5,485 subscribers. We're 15 away from 5,500. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'm taking Dillashaw and Islam in my parlay. I think that could work out. It could work out. If you offered free tickets to Blackout on Friday night, would you go? Remember, the card is early. I mean, Black Adam looks god-awful. Black Adam looks god-awful. So, absolutely not. Also, I have an A-list membership. So, I essentially, in a way, I get free tickets to every movie. Not really, because I pay $20 a month. But I'm an AMC A-list member. So, I can go to see as many movies as I want. So... spray whole lawn down 1 week before snow with random stuff. Okay. Try getting a Chris Barnett interview. He seems like a good dude. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. They didn't put Bilal versus Brady on the pay-per-view. Or am I streaming the prelims? Maybe like the last 2 prelims. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Do people still? Yes. That people always do that. Thoughts on MMA community post not going to be posted for a while. He hasn't uploaded any content this week. Parents ground him the week at 280. I bet Lamau, dumb kid. Damn, that's actually terrible. I like how this random guy just popped in here to say this. But that's awful. That's awful. I'd be devastated if I was a kid and I got grounded for 280. What is the last movie you went and seen? What is the review? I went and saw Amsterdam. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. Nothing to write home about. It was a decent movie. Bilal vs. Brady is pay-per-view worthy. It's going to be boring. Yeah, it's actually probably going to be less exciting than Man and Fuhrer versus Caitlin Chukagian, to be quite honest. Absolutely not. The Halloween movies are garbage. All of the Halloween movies are garbage. So, what's your biggest pet peeve? I don't know. People talking about YouTube boxers. People talking about NFTs. There's 2 of them. People chomping on popcorn in the movie theater. Ban popcorn from the movie theater. What was the movie? Amsterdam was the name of the movie. It makes me happy in a sadistic he won't be profiting of copying your videos, the biggest UFC card of the year. There's no copying videos on YouTube. As far, I mean, it's MMA content's MMA content. I'm never going to be rooting for anyone to be in a bad situation, so I appreciate the support, but no need. There's no need to think that way. If anything, I feel bad for him, if that's true. But I feel like you might even be him with the random channel just popping up on the thing. Let me actually see something real quick. Out of sheer curiosity. Go to channel. Surely enough, this channel was created last month. Let's see what channels are featured. No videos, no home. Yeah, so that is weird. I appreciate the information, I guess. But it's very, very interesting. I wonder what happened, though. If you find out, let me know. Joey don't like nothing kind of toxic. Dude, what's your favorite brand of toilet paper? I don't necessarily have a favorite brand, but probably, I don't know. It's a purple brand, but I can't remember. Never heard of Amsterdam. I only like going to the drive-in to see movies. Joey's biggest pet peeves: 1, Connor; 2, chomping on popcorn and drinking slushies; 3, the neighbor nearby who hires a lawn company; 4, celebs cage side at UFC events; 5, candy, ice cream, and soda. Dude, are you writing a book on me right now? Are you writing a book on me? Is what I need to know. Is what I need to know. That's what I really need to know. What else do you know about me, bro? What else have I told you on these streams? What else have I told you on these streams is what I need to know. So, okay. Can I get a Joey Diaz impression? I don't have an impression. Can't remember this man's TPing, this man's gatekeeping. Gatekeeping his TP? I don't even know what that means. I'm not even sure. It's a purple brand. I can look it up right now. Toilet paper brands. I said tulip brands, apparently. Brands. Cottonelle. It popped up right away. It was the first one. Cottonelle is my John. Oh, that's good one. The picture of the push back and forth 30 times in the same spot mower that you put up needs a little bit more rest and some dog poop on it. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I just like to get you to laugh. I listen carefully. Using wipes is the only way to clean your ass, of course, of course. Wet wipes. Wet wipes it is. Oh my goodness. I'm dying about this mower shit. I'm dying. The push back and forth 30 times in the same spot mower that you put up needs a little more rest and some dog poop. Dude, I can't believe you're riding over shit with that. That's hilarious. Absolutely hysterical. So, all right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate every single one of you for joining me on the stream. Braden, you've been hilarious tonight. What's the difference between toilet paper and toast? Toast is brown on both sides. All right, we're going to end the stream on that note. I'll be back tomorrow for the weekly live chat. Join me tomorrow, Wednesday, for my weekly live chat. I'm too tired. It's past 1 a.m. Don't forget to like the stream on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your night. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. And I think that does it. Good night.